Hello, hello, Guardians. I'm Ransom Rider playing my favorite game, Destiny 2. Hello, hello. Yeah, I'm here playing. I just got here, okay? I've not signed in totally yet. I'm on my character screen. Who do I want? Who do I want? Titan. Born a Titan, raised a Titan, remain a Titan. Conqueror of the battlefield, winner of the war, Titan. All right, thank you guys. Am I new here? No, but if you're new here, like, subscribe, and share because I need friends. Now, look, we all know I've been battling the algorithms, and the algorithms hate me. They hate me, Terry. Terry Ferguson, how are you? Yes, they hate me. They keep pushing me out, pushing me down, and beating me back. I'm not going to take it anymore. I'm going to stand up, be seen, and be heard. Tighten all the way, Terry. I'm with you. You and I, we see eye to eye. Titan for the win. Nikki, it's good to see you. Nikki, I hope it didn't get too cold on you. I mean, it got cold here. I'm looking outside. It's sunny. It's beautiful until you open the door. And then it is frigid. Guardians, it's a perfect day to be indoors gaming. Crimson, Crimson, what are you doing? What are you doing? Terry, I'm glad to hear it. Lioness, hello, how are you? Welcome into the chat. What do I want to do? What did I do to deserve this? I don't know. I feel like, I need to do something fun. I need to warm up somewhere. Warm up, warm up. Now, I am at 2030, so, I've made something. I've made a 2030. Oh, Crimson, yes. Yes, Crimson. You just let me know when and I'll be there. I'll be there. Nikki, you'll be on at Reset for Pinnacles and Iron Banner. But yes, Crimson. Oh, Nikki, 5 degrees outside? Ooh, that's chilly. That is chilly. Crimson, win. Win. I need to do contest dungeon for sure. All right, let's click this off. Iron Lord, I never really try to get this reset, but if I did get it reset, I'm okay with getting it reset. It relaunches at noon, so that would probably be when. I'll be here, Crimson. I will be here. Hey, Google, set an alarm for tomorrow at 11:45 a.m.
You got it. Your alarm's set for tomorrow at 11:45 a.m.
Crimson, I set an alarm. You and I and Dwayne on fire. We have got it going on. We're going to make it. We're going to make it. All right. I need to go in probably and get a couple more pinnacles. Now I feel like the pressure's on. The pressure's on. I'm okay with that though. The dungeon's a good time. Terry Ferguson, you want to do Warlord's Ruin? Warlord's Ruin, I like a lot. I think it's a great little place to spend some time. The Warlord's Ruin. Okay, now wait a minute. Pale Heart, this Pale Heart stuff, I like it. Overload and Unstoppable. Which one is this? I'm just gonna go. Should I go look or should I go get something? Warlord's Ruin isn't giving pinnacles. Lioness, I think because there's a new dungeon out. I don't think it will give pinnacles because there is a new dungeon, right? Uh with Sunder Doctrine being here, I don't think it's going to give pinnacles. But I could be wrong. I don't read all that stuff they release. It's a lot of writing. There's a lot of words there. And if I'm going to read that many words, I want it to be a novel. I want it to be science fiction. Oh, it is the weekly featured. Still won't drop. Then yeah, it has to be bugged. Then I was looking at the stuff. And, there's so many pinnacles on the table that I've yet to grab. And I need to snatch them up. I could be a 2050.
What are you doing in there?
I
With
could
the
have been a
vanguards,
contender.
nosy little spies, and all those grasping dread.
Now, I run in here and look
Terribly
at this
churlish
stuff
of
all the
Roald to lock me
time,
out of
and
the
then I
house.
still
And
haven't
let you of
found all the
people
worms.
in.
Find the
Clear out the
worms.
pests while
Take
you're there,
away
why
the
don't you? The role of
loneliness.
exterminator suits you.
Wait a minute, I thought this was a door. Maybe the door is down here. Not to be confused with I Adore Destiny 2. Oh, what's over there? Hello? Is that another way in and I've just been missing it? Are there any pages around here? Hello?
Worlds, right?
Who sent
How do you
you?
perceive
Who
that matter
sent you?
suspended in a quantum
What color
space?
shader is that?
Who does that?
You have just get a little rough with these NPCs. They can take it. They can take it. I was sure somebody said there were some new papers down here. Maybe I already have them. Have I picked up the new paperwork? I don't remember picking up any new paperwork. Where's the new paperwork? All these hidden, they don't say nothing. You're not a guardian. I really thought there was something down here. The blue cargo boxes. Blue cargo boxes. Give me my paperwork. Lioness, I must have them. Now, I love to just, tool around and be crazy town silly in here. It's what makes it halfway fun. What's in this? There's nothing here for me, so maybe I didn't do last week's. That could be it. But who wants to run through this? Who wants to run through this? I'm good at killing the enemies. I am good at killing... Should I take one of these? Brawling. I like the brawling one. Do these even still work? That's the question. And where do these work, really? Now, Amorphous Scripture. Amorphous. Amorpheus. Amorpheos. This scripture will provide a single reward consumed to conjure one of the following rewards. Oh, Lioness, I'm okay with just doing the boss. I am definitely okay with getting down with the boss. And for that, I need this. Is this going to take away my big numbers? Big numbers. All right. Melee. I probably need this, really. But man, that's so low. I'm going to need more. Oh, does anybody, chat, does anybody want to do this? I asked Havit earlier, and he said he's all about World of Warcraft right now. World of Warcraft. I like Melee, but I also really, like Falling Star. Oh, you'll do a run after reset? Reset when? Reset. I need pinnacles and I need them now. I don't work for J.G. Whitworth, but I need pinnacles and I need them now. Oh, Lioness, absolutely. Just send me an invite and I'll join up. I will join up. It makes me think that I should go, I do have a build for shotguns. I've got this really good looking build for shotguns. I found someone to take away the loneliness. I know I had something on here that looked like it went with this. Now, okay, that's my Valentine's. I'm gonna take that out. I'm taking that out. Is this the way I want to go? Do I want to shotgun it up? Shotgun, shotgun. I would run out of ammo if I did all shotgun the way I normally like to do it. I normally like to just shotgun everything. Thank you, Lioness757. Thank you. Terry says, my goal is to get the dungeon key today so I can help people with the dungeon. Terry, that's a good goal. I like a lot of the dungeons. I mean, I feel like we've got an abundance of really good dungeons right now. I'm just excited about Crimson's invitation. Crimson, I'm excited. I am excited. Now, wow, there's a lot of people on in the clan. Let's take a look at you come hang out with me sometime. Give me a like and follow. I'm fighting the algorithms. I am fighting the algorithms. Now, is this the normal one or is this a different one? You know, I don't know about some of these. I can't remember exactly what I did. That's a no for me. I want to get back to this. And then I definitely want this. Okay, and then I'm good with melee. I'm going to stay with this. I was even thinking, should I go that, and then should I do what? Man, oh man, that's way too high. That is way too high. Right here, I need to change this up. Let me go discipline. All right, that's better. Oh, I do. Queenbreaker, is this the hard one? Or which one is this? I can put Queenbreaker on. But I do. Last time I did almost 12 million points of damage with Lord of Wolves. But I can stand way back and do Queenbreaker. Which one are we going into, Lioness? Which one are we going into? Lioness, you look good. Oh, yeah, I'm fine with that. I stand right up on him and normally, you know, use... if I die a lot, scream at me and I'll change out. I'm going to try this first. I will try this first. Low it is. No, if you want to do the harder one, I'll put on the distance. I will put on Queenbreaker. Lioness, just be direct with me now, because I got Queenbreaker, and I will put it on if we're doing the hard one. Jason, it's good to see you. Jason, thank you for commenting on my YouTube shorts. I appreciate it. Guardians, it's frigid outside. It is beautiful. I can look out my studio window. It's beautiful, but it's frigid. I'm having some coffee. Drink with me. Oh, that's good. That's a good brew. French press. I'm a fan of vacuum press and French press. Jason, thank you, buddy. Thank you. Oh, I'm in Discord. Lioness, I am in Discord. Let's see. Is it exclamation Discord? I am, you know, I'm PG in here, Lioness. I am PG because there are some younger viewers around the world that tune in and listen, and I try to keep it, you know, try to keep it nice for them. Well, as nice as you can get at PG, right? Thank you, Jason. We're going to push back the darkness. Enigma. Enigma. There's a song about you called Enigma. Oh, Nikki Satz, I know. Les Monarch. I want to do the Lay Monarch strategy in there and just have some fun with it, right? Lay Monarch and have a little fun. Lioness, I'm ready whenever you are, but definitely come in. Is that Lioness76? Let me open this up where I can see names.
I'm just blank. I'm the other person. Lina, her Discord's got to update, so she's joining here in a second.
All right. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Number 7675. Hello.
Howdy. I just go by Blank, or you can call me Sky.
So you're Sky?
Correct.
Sky, welcome in. I need friends, and I appreciate you volunteering to suffer with me today.
Oh, absolutely. I love your content, man.
Thank you. Oh my God, he knows who I am. I'm not as rotten as they make me out to be. Well, I really am, but I'm trying to learn, Guardians. I don't kill myself as often with my own grenade anymore. Let's take a look at Sky. Sky is a warlock, awoken, running Dawnblade, adamantite, divinity, and commemoration. I like all these weapons. I like all of them. I don't use divinity a lot because there's usually someone on the team using it. But divinity is wonderful. It really is. Sky is using the Xenotaph mask. Everybody gets ammo. Everybody gets ammo. And that is something that I love to see when you get a lot of ammo. Do I have solar loader, a solar siphon? Yes. So I really should be able just to knock their socks off. Lioness, thank you for the invite.
No, thank you. I think I told you before, but Sky is the one that put me onto your channel, and so it's really cool to get to game with you.
Sky, thank you. Now, why haven't you come in and played with me before, Sky? I'm a safe zone. I'm easy to play with.
Can I be so? I want to be 100% honest. I actually thought you were like a really big streamer because you're always online and stuff. And my girl, so Lioness and I are together, but she pointed out that you don't have a huge following, which I actually appreciate because it means that you interact with your community more.
Sky, I am a nobody in a world filled with giants.
Which is shocking. You're great to listen to.
Honestly, same, yeah.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I was told that by the youngest member of our clan about 2 years ago, and he said, Ransom, I don't understand why you don't have a following because I enjoy you. I think sometimes, Guardians, people just don't know how to take me. I mean, always, first and foremost, this game is just, something about having a good time, and it's pleasurable for me to sit here and play. And I don't really do that super, got to get it right now, have the perfect build. I'm more about just, will this work for me? Can I have a fun time with it?
Yeah, and that's honestly why I enjoy your content. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's nice to look up like meta builds and run what is meta, but I think it's also important to just enjoy the game and the people you play with.
Lioness, you and I, we're seeing eye to eye. We're seeing eye to eye. And ultimately, I did used to kill myself more with my own grenade than I ever killed, any of the weapons. But that was D1. I've been playing, for, is it 11 years now? So I'm okay having a good time. I'm okay with people coming in and not being triple S tier. It's all right, Guardians. Down here, we all game together. Now, Lioness, I do have, I've put in Lord of Wolves, and I have gone through this. This will be, probably 10 or 15 runs. But I love taking care of just the enemy, and I normally am able to stay alive. What is this version just the normal version?
Yeah, this is just normal.
Okay, all right. Then I think, I like to get in his face and just Lord of Wolves him.
Absolutely. By all means, do your thing. Are you okay if we set up for damage on the left side over this way?
Oh, absolutely. Damage, yes. Yeah. I mean,
over here is
I am good anywhere, really.
Okay.
And I will try to stay out. Like, if you know the burn is coming, just
Yeah.
say, the burn is on the way. Run, Guardian, run. Fire.
Well, it's easy. You can hide behind this wall. I'm sure Sky will probably hide behind here with Well. But this is easy because he'll just sit like right here and he won't strand us, so you can get right up on him and do your Lord of Wolves thing. And but yeah, I think that'll be an easy,
All
easy
right.
place for us to do damage.
All right. I do love, every season, every couple of months, I try to really love Queenbreaker. And finally, I am loving Queenbreaker.
I do agree with you. Yeah, I've never used it before this season, so.
I have tried it, Linus, and I keep thinking this is going to be it. This is the season.
This is gonna be it.
Even when they gave it that little buff, I thought, okay, I'm going to run around with it for a while. I'll take it to just planets and do patrols. And it just wasn't any good. It never has been any good. And Lord of Wolves was taken off of my list, a long while ago. But finally,
Agreed, yeah.
and Linus, I've heard people say this is a glitch. It can't be, why are they letting it do this much damage? I don't want it to be a glitch. I want it to be
the less we
just
talk
this
about
way.
it, the longer Bungie will keep it. Let's
Yes,
just let it
I'm
happen.
hoping. Lord of Wolves is rotten. Nobody use it.
It is.
All right,
Nobody use it. No one pull it out.
Don't
All
give it a
right.
glance. You're not going to like it. But I do want to run through at some point. I'm going to use that Le Monarch thing for
Oh
the...
yeah, I've seen that build. Yeah.
Have you seen that? I think that's going to be a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
Especially as a Titan. I'm interested to see you use it if you do, Ransom.
Oh, thank you so much. And I appreciate you guys for being here. Sky and
Oh,
Linus.
I appreciate
Guardian,
you.
sit
I felt
back.
weird.
Sit back,
You can play
relax,
with me.
and let's have a good time together. Guardian, so
Alright.
few of us remain. We have to stick together. I'm ready.
Okay. Let's go. I'm excited. I've seen you in this dungeon a couple times, Ransom. So I know you can hold your own.
I do all right in here. What? Now, I will say this. I will just say this. Because I play with such phenomenal teams, it's hard to shine. It is hard to shine when you are playing with, when you're playing with S tier Guardians. It's like, how do I stand out with this group? Because they're all
Yeah.
phenomenal.
That's how I feel when I play with Sky. I'm like, I
Ooh,
mean,
Sky.
it is nice to be carried sometimes.
She
don't
just
get me
threw down
wrong.
the gauntlet in your face. It's your time to shine. It is your time to shine.
Alright, let's see. Do we have... Alright, we do Pyramid, Stop Witness, Guardian Worship Light. Okay, so we have to turn off Guardian, turn on Pyramid and Witness.
The one thing that gets me in here, the stasis. Well, both stasis and strand are the most problematic.
I agree.
Frozen and pulled. Frozen and pulled. It's like you're working at a taffy shop and it's really cold outside. You've been frozen and pulled. But, you counteract it, Guardians. You get used to their little games. I'm gonna have to re-listen, Linus. Yesterday, I was watching a little snippet that someone posted on TikTok, and it was really just a little revelation. And I thought, did I miss half of what Oryx was saying the other day? I think so.
Yeah. Someone in our clan was saying that too. Okay, that is Guardian. Oops, I thought you guys.
From my understanding, voice actors are on strike right now, not because of Bungie, but other industries. So like,
Oh, we have to turn on Witness.
I don't know how much truth there is in that. That's just what I heard. So.
Well, I'm going to go back and re-listen. I am going to go back and re-listen.
also, before, you know, any time if I skip something, I'll go back and I'll watch like a YouTube video regarding, you know, like all the,
Yeah, the video yesterday
cut
said
scenes.
that, you know, the Taken King doesn't even realize, you know, that he had a son.
yeah, he's stuck in a time where he had just created his throne world, so he's not even, like, where, oh, okay, well, the Recklings just got me.
Ooh, leave me alone. All right, now how do I get in here? Don't I shoot something up
Yeah,
in
you
this
gotta
area?
shoot the door. We just gotta rotate this one to hit pyramid. Alright, so pyramid and stopper on guardian is off. Now we need to turn on the witness. Oh, you did? Alright, we should be good, yeah. Alright.
All right, is this hiding time?
It might be. Who... Okay. Here, Ransom, come back with me. Wait.
All right,
Okay, yeah,
I
alright,
feel
there,
pretty
whatever.
good up here. I'm gonna jump him as fast as I can.
Alright, deal.
But having said that, life's uncertain.
That it is.
All right, let's see. Where is he?
I'll make a note of these guys.
Yeah, I'll just play slow on you, right?
Town Hall is... Oh.
Come back! Oh no, he burned me alive! Big, hello, buddy. How are you? Big, I'm playing with Sky and Lioness. We're having a good time.
I've definitely seen people do it in the front of the room before. I feel like up in that corner I've seen. I don't remember if it was like a contest video or what. Let's see what the... Alright, we have light kills guardian. Interesting. And we have pyramid gives darkness. Yeah, so we need to turn off pyramid and light kills
Ooh.
guardian. Crazy. Alright, kill is on me. I will... So you said you've been playing since D1 Ransom?
I have. I'm a double D gamer. D1, D2.
Lioness actually got me into Destiny. I just started maybe 3 days ago.
Oh, welcome in.
To be fair, he had played it before with a few of his friends, but no, Sky is a gamer. He enjoys all kinds of different games.
That's like Havoc that I played with, my original fire team. He plays hundreds, and you know, probably 20 or 30 a year. And I just can't. I keep trying to find something, Linus, that I really am gonna like, and it just doesn't happen.
Yeah, I agree. I'm very much where like Destiny is my only game. I mean, I like a few like solo games, like The Last of Us, which is great. Probably
Oh my gosh, the story
I
for
really
Last of
play.
Us, so good.
So good. And I like that it's replayable too. I mean, anytime I play it, it's still a good time. we did start playing It Takes Two, which obviously was given a second person to play with, but that's been nice. But other than that, I feel like Destiny's just the one.
I do too. I'm with you. This is the one that keeps me entertained. Even in the bad times, if you've got friends that you like, you can really just enjoy yourself.
I agree.
Guardians, I have tampered with my build because I said, hey, I need to do the whole Lord of Wool things, and I went forward and I have tampered with my prior setup, and I'm telling it. I can tell it right now that, you know, things aren't as good. They're not as good, and it's my fault. This is my fault.
I'm still trying to find. Okay, you did find the right side. Is that in the right side again? Oh, it is? Alright. I can never remember where half these circles are.
This peace bond, Nikki, if I get one better than
I
this,
love the peace
I'm
bond.
going to
What's
be
your goal?
invincible. This is like my original one from way back when, and it
Oh,
rocks.
nice. Alright.
Would you like to do damage upstairs?
Now, don't feel like you have to be up here with me, because I am in the thick of it, and I did get burned by the fire. Thick of it.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and start it.
I'm ready. Bad news, Guardians. I'm gonna have to go downstairs and sign for my studios, I guess. I'll get through this last phase, and then if I die, then I die.
Where did he go?
That was better damage than I was actually looking to get off. Thunder Crash. Stairs got my way last time. Oh no, I'm gonna die. Oh, I'm definitely gonna die. Okay. Oh no, Ransom. I will be right back, y'all.
I got you. I got you.
Just don't res me. Don't res me. I should be back before my respawn.
Ugh, I think he needs better looks. Sir, your shaders are bad. Because he blends in too much with the other little guys. I'm going to need him to be bigger, badder, bolder. I don't even know your name, sir, and we've been battling for a couple of weeks now. Acolyte! There's no shortage of these. I feel like, you know, if they would bring out a few. Linus, I got you.
I'm coming back.
Oh, it put you up here in the dead center.
Oh my gosh, it really did. Alright, well, crap, don't do it. I feel bad. I ordered DoorDash and they weren't supposed to come for like another hour, but the price we pay. We just got a ton of snow. and unfortunately, going out and that is.
Oh, I actually got
Not
snow
super
this
fun.
year. I was so excited.
I am happy that we got some snow. I think it's nice.
But I don't like for snow to stay too long. I'm more about get it, look pretty, and get out of town.
I agree. I'm with you there for sure. What one is the lies? The truth?
The lies.
Okay. So. Police with some rockets. Alright, so turn on Savathun and drink? Is that drink? Yeah, alright, I know what you're doing.
Now, I am glad to see Savathun flying around, although one day, Guardians, one day, I am going to rip the wings right off of her back and use them to make a blanket for my bed. And what's left over, I'm going to frame them. They're going to be over my sofa in my ground floor apartment in the last city. Savathun, we're coming for you.
And a hoe. Yep, thanks, baby. And onto Sav. Right, Ron? Ransom, have you seen the hidden dialect from her? If you type in a certain code into the wall, she says well, it's like something about giving a gift to Auntie Savvy or from Auntie Savvy.
No!
What is the other one that's attached to it?
Behind me? Oh, it is, yeah. Oh. Where's the sign?
Guardians, look at all
There we
these
go.
green bricks. It's astounding.
Now they're on. I think they should be good for damage.
All right, I'm going to hide behind my little spot.
Already?
I'm ready. Oh no, he didn't. That's such a tragedy. Oh,
Ah!
I'm gonna die. Oh, oh, oh.
Oh, I lived! I lived!
Oh, I was still trying to shoot him. I feel like he's so good at
I got you.
Oh,
I got you.
Look at his health.
it's a sliver. A sliver.
Man, if I would have had my Karatha the Falling Star on, he would have been gone right now.
If I hadn't missed mine, it would have been fine. worship darkness. Light kills guardian. I think. Yeah, so turn off hive and darkness. I mean, yeah. I'm confusing myself. Turn on kill. Alright, well, that can get killed. I can get an unwritten Ooh, there one is. Oh. I just needed one more.
Guardian down.
I don't need to.
So you tried
I did. I used it when this initially opened up, and I do really like Queensbreaker, and it is a very safe distance, and you can just pop that damage. Like, I feel like Queenbreaker, if we were, you know, on that master version, we would just definitely need it.
That's fair.
But I love getting in his face. You know, if I hadn't have died from the fire, dang it, I'd have been all right.
There's an unwritten attendant. Oh, hang on, there's one all the way to the side. No! Don't run that way.
Ooh, that sent me on the other side of the wall.
Okay, there we go. Alright, I can still kill it. Gosh, alright, turn off Hive, turn on. I'm pretty sure Hive and Guardian are attached. Turn off the walls.
Hive and Guardian are attached.
Yeah,
Bring down
alright.
Attendant.
Now, Sky, Linus, I am in the southeast. Are you guys like in the Midwest?
We're actually in Virginia.
Oh, Virginia is such a beautiful state.
Yeah, he's from South Carolina, but he just moved here a month ago.
I lived in South Carolina when I was working on my internship back in school days.
Oh, wow.
I lived in a little town called Spartanburg. It wasn't. It's Spartanburg's not far from like Greenville.
Yeah, that's pretty close to
No, yeah. They were
Okay, yeah, light was like flickering for me too. I was like, what is that for me? Alright, yeah, no, we're good now.
All right, I'm ready.
Successfully T-crash this man. I've done it only for the one time, and I've let off 3.
Burn, baby, burn. All right, we should take him down with just one here.
Oh yeah. Didn't even get him? All the
Whoa!
way in the back? I hate it. I'm resigning as a T-crash.
He's better as a bush. Get out of here.
Honestly. Oh, give me another unload. Please.
Oh, I hope I got a 2020.
I could feel that one
Woo!
from all
Oh,
the way
very
outside.
I'm at Guardians. I have to take up Lord of Wolves. I mean,
failed
that's just
grasp
all
of
there is to
power.
it.
Poor.
Now, how did I do
I don't even want to
here?
look at my
Dread or in a
damage.
pickle.
I don't even want to look at
They
it.
need something.
Listen,
anything
you
to feed.
you and Sky did something so
And you
important.
thought to
You
make
did the puzzle
every
portion
turn.
of it, and that there can be no completion without that. So, and if somebody's a divinity user, you know, don't judge them for low numbers. Don't judge them.
We say that all the time too.
All right, now, is it popping up? Why can't I pull up anything? Give me my treasure!
I think it's because I'm a little further in the quest and it's doing the puzzle part.
Yeah, it was giving them symbols. Oh my gosh, that was terrible. Baby with Div, you got more than. We're not gonna talk
No,
about
I
it. We're
didn't-
not
I
gonna
didn't
talk
run
about
Div,
it.
I did,
Whoa, my gosh,
Oh, you
Sky with
did?
5.5. Lioness, you
I know, I'm
3.169.
slacking.
That's good
I was
damage. That is good
slacking.
damage.
I really thought you got 5.5 using Div. I was about to say, I'm uninstalling this game right now.
But it was a nice, even distribution of damage. That was a good time. Good
That
time. I had
thought it was a good
334 on kills. Sky with 153. Lioness with 78.
Don't talk about
The
it.
damage was 5.9, 5.5, and 3.1. It was a consistent, quality team play. Guardians. When you have it and it's that smooth, revives were prompt. Everybody did a fantastic job, and really shout out to Sky and Lioness because they did the most difficult part. The most difficult part is not really doing the damage to the boss. It's getting all that puzzle, the mechanism completed. I see a puzzle and my brain freezes, especially when it's got a hive rune on it. A hive rune. They're tragically awful. Linus, thank you for the invite on
Oh,
that.
of course. Anytime you need
Now,
extras,
Sky, I just want to
know Sky
reiterate,
right now.
word of the day, reiterate. I want to reiterate here that definitely I want you to come back and feel welcome in my channel. And you and I and Lioness will go through and we will push back the darkness together. Because when we join, we will win this war. We will win.
Oh, of course.
Anytime.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Oh, gosh,
If you need
yeah.
people
So
to
both
run
of
anything
you are
else.
in Virginia.
Yeah.
Okay, is there like a gamer love story? Did y'all meet one day in a raid? Can we have something good? Give me something good.
No, so I'm actually writing a book. I'm a book talk lover, and I'm writing a motorcycle romance. And he came across my Instagram account where I would like read passages and like share updates and stuff about how it was going. And he just messaged me and was like, "Hey, if you're looking for someone to read it, like I'm a biker and I'd like to take a look." And we've
Sky,
been
you
talking
sly
ever since,
boy,
and
you.
Yeah, he is. And yeah, now we live together. So
Congratulations.
Thank
Little stories like that, they're inspiring to know that time and distance, you still work through the distance and you met, and that's a glorious thing. Now, you may not know this, but I rode motorcycles growing up. I had trail bikes because I grew up in the sticks. And of course, I rode the last motorcycle, and I still have it down in the garage, a Ducati. And I
get
traveled a ton of, the U.S. on a Ducati. And
That's
I have
amazing.
an SC 1000 Biposto down in the garage, red with the racing stripe, of course.
Very
And
nice.
I just loved it. I had a good time. The last big trip I took, I left home in March, loaded up my motorcycle with just the most minimal amount of stuff I can get because weight is the enemy on a motorcycle.
That's true.
But toothpaste, toothbrush, yeah,
The essentials.
extra jeans, and like 2 shirts because I hate doing laundry. I'd just rather, stop somewhere and buy a new shirt as to wash a
Yeah.
shirt. And I went all the way down, all through the Keys,
Oh, wow.
both coasts of Florida, came back up through, did South Carolina, did North Carolina, and then looped back around to my home state. And I had a blast. Even though there were days of rain, and leaving in March, there were some cold rides.
Oh, I bet.
But I grew up. Now you may know this, Linus. I was talking about this yesterday. Do you know the Dragon's Tail?
Yeah, I actually,
Yeah, I've
it
heard
was
about that as
funny.
well.
I was listening this morning actually while I was drinking my coffee. I was watching your video from yesterday because I missed the live, and I was like, "Oh, baby, like he's ridden the dragon's tail," and that's something that we've always talked about. Hopefully in the future,
Oh my
possibly
gosh.
doing. But
Planet.
that's really cool.
Planet. And if you guys do like to camp, I recommend the Joyce Kilmer Memorial Campground. I think it's called Horseshoe Cove, but it's in the Joyce Kilmer Memorial Forest, which is a virgin, untouched forest. It's phenomenal. But the Dragon's Tail, now be prepared because when they tell you it's 300 plus curves, that's
Mm-hmm.
exactly what it is. But there are so many good roads in that region that you'll just have a blast there. And it's, so often you will go there and you'll see like the Porsche Club, the Ferrari Club, the Lamborghini Club, the BMW groups. And then you'll see people just in their, 1976 Pinto that's had a 427 stuffed into the engine bay there just to have a fun time. But a lot of automotive clubs, motorcycle clubs, you name it, they go to the area for a good time. And it
I
is
love
still
that.
isolated up there. I grew up in that region and I can't say enough good about it. You guys would certainly enjoy the Dragon's Tail.
Oh yeah, that's he has a 650, a Ninja 650 currently, and I'm looking to get my first bike by
Powerful
summer.
and
So
lightweight. I mean, what I want to say is definitely get a very lightweight motorcycle. I've had the
mhm.
big Harley Cruisers, some of the big Kawasaki's, and the other brands, but I just when I stepped on to the Ducati and it had 100 and some horsepower
Yeah.
and the weight was so low, I was like, finally, I have found home. I have found
Finally.
home. But it's like a bicycle, with 110
Mhm.
horsepower. But the ninjas are swift and agile, and you're able to take the curves. Just buy a couple of books and talk to other people because there's a lot of online groups that talk about that whole region
Yeah.
in Western North Carolina, East Tennessee. Just so many fantastic roads. And I would be remiss to say, take time and ride over to Asheville, North Carolina. I know it was devastated last year, Guardians, but they need tourism back.
I
Many
agree. Yeah.
people survive on tourism in that region, but the Biltmore Estate in Asheville is a step back into the 1800s, and it's
Mm.
glorious to go just do that whole area, and you will find not only the Dragon's Tail, but adventure waiting you around every curve. Oh, and Havoc is here in chat. Havoc took his little
Hey,
car.
Havoc.
Havoc took his car at my prodding, cattle prod to Havoc, saying, "Hey, take your car on the Dragon's Tail." And his car is very lightweight. It had good sticky tires, and we did not break any speed limits in what I'm about to tell you that happened. But we stayed right on that Corvette, didn't we, Havoc? Now, not trying to race, but the Corvette was aggressively having fun,
I'm
and
sure.
we were hanging right with him. Like he never got away where we lost him. We were always
Mhm.
in sight.
I love that.
And Havoc,
I
of
know a
course,
lot of
has the
people
little
do.
dragon on the back of his vehicle because stop there at Deal's Gap and pick up a dragon for your
Oh, they
vehicle.
sell those?
They do.
Oh,
They
that's
have they
really
have
cool.
a little dragon sticker that lets everybody know you went, you did it, you survived. They
That's really
also have a
cool.
tree there that I think they dismantled because be careful. A loose little bit of gravel can throw you. I
Mhm.
know because this arm was broken, my foot was broken, not on the Dragon's Tail. Guardians, I wrecked at the foot of my driveway. Like I
Oh
had
my goodness.
stopped and I was going to make a turn 5 miles an hour at the most, at the most. And I hit a little loose patch of gravel. I don't know how it got there. Who placed the gravel? And my front tire flew out, and I just didn't have the momentum because momentum will keep you upright. and it's a whole thing. I'm not a scientist, but you know, the inertia of
Gravity.
spinning and gravity and all of that. And my tire went out, and I had it turned to turn into my driveway. My motorcycle, it was not my Ducati, or I don't think, you know, I would have really had any type of problem because it's so lightweight. But I was on a Harley. It fell over, fell on my arm and my leg.
Oh no.
I jumped up immediately thinking, oh God, because it wasn't my Harley. And a lot of accident happens on somebody else's bike. And I jumped up thinking, oh, please don't let the chrome be scratched, or even worse, the
Yeah.
paint. So I actually just picked the bike up. You know, I did do the whole squat. I picked it up correctly, lifted the bike up, checked it over. It looked flawless, not a mark on it. I didn't feel a thing. I made it up my driveway. I got to the gate, and I didn't have my little remote on me, so I had to get out and manually do the gate. And when I stepped off to open up the gate, I was like, oh no, I am hurt. And adrenaline, Linus, I think the adrenaline had kicked in when I actually fell over. And I didn't know anything until, you know, I did get in. I had to close the gate. At that point, it was like, you know, okay, I don't have my garage opener, nothing. So I had to walk up the deck. And by the time I made it to the back door, I was just holding back the tears. And I thought, if I can make it up to my bedroom, I will be so happy. I'm just bruised. That's all it is. I'm bruised. And I fell into bed, and I called my doctor, and I said, I've, you know, wrecked on my motorcycle. And he said, what do you want? And I said, I'm afraid I'm going to have to request painkillers. And he called me in some painkillers, and I had those delivered to the house. I took one. I
that's
didn't
nice.
want to do it. Guardians, I'm just so
didn't wanna
against
do it.
taking a pain pill. But by the next day, I just simply was unable to walk. I mean, I couldn't walk, couldn't move my arm. And I had broken my arm in multiple places and broken my foot. And just, I look back and like, how did I make it out of that? How did I make it out of there? But what kind of motorcycle stories are you riding? Is it love stories and romance, and I'm on a bike and I'm traveling the
Yes.
nation, and I ran into this super hot biker with a leather jacket
it's kind
named
of like
Angel?
a dark romance. It's a darker romance, but no, I like to keep it PG. You know, just a tattoo artist who's been around motorcycle clubs her entire life. You know,
Now you
comes
sound
across
you
the
sound
guy.
very young, so this it's all fiction, right?
Yes, yeah, no, it's loosely based on real life. My dad was in a motorcycle club, and that's kind of what inspired it. So it's pieces from that, from childhood, but also, no, I'm in my early 30s, and yeah, she's just, you know, figuring out life, and she comes across a guy who rides a sports bike, and, you know,
Things
it's
happen.
happily ever after. Yeah.
He smiled,
Okay.
you smiled, and now you're smiling
Yeah.
together. So
And
where
riding
can they
bikes.
find your stuff, Linus? Tell everybody where they can find you.
Not yet.
Not yet.
No, if
What
I
do you have an
Ransom, I'll
estimated?
update you.
Do you have an estimated timeline, or is it just a work in progress? How many
It
chapters
is a
are
work in
completed?
progress. I have currently 27 out of it should be about 53 chapters. Should be 53
Wow.
to 55. I don't know. We'll see. But so almost, I don't know, roughly almost halfway. But I am hoping by the end of the year to actually have it finished. I would like to
This
get it
year?
out by,
I mean,
like,
you're saying that
September.
maybe this year it
Yeah.
will be finished?
This year, yeah.
Now,
be
I'm going to say
nice.
this, and I know you know this, Linus, but don't let them get together at the end of book one. We need a book two.
You need a second book?
Yeah, this, you know, something comes between them. You know, a sister, you know, an irate mother, you know, a father who
irate
says,
mother.
a father who says, I need you, you know, in Europe for the summer.
Yeah,
don't let them get
that's
together,
valid.
because if it's successful, you're going to need a book two. You're going to need a
That
book
is
two.
true. That is
I really
true.
always like 3 books, though. Part 1, part 2, beginning, middle, and end. I love that kind of thing.
I do agree. I do much prefer series. I think series hold my attention more as a reader personally.
Now, are they strictly? Is this set like in the real world? Do they
Yeah.
have supernatural powers? Does somebody turn
No
into a lion and
supernatural.
somebody turns into?
That would be cool. That would be really cool. But no, it's very much real life. It's based back in my home area, Boston area.
Okay.
So it's definitely it's definitely more real life, but
Well,
you
now
know,
you can
more
then get to go to the
dramatized.
Dragon's Tail for research. For research.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah. That would be
Because
nice,
the
actually.
Dragon's Tail's been a thing for a long time, named the Dragon's Tail. But I used to be on that as a young person. I remember my first trip standing up in the car. There were no seatbelts, and riding the Dragon's Tail before it was known as the Dragon's Tail, because it was a really smart businessman that bought the business there and said, I need to market this as something different, and it became the Dragon's Tail. But that would be a lot of fun to pop that little story in the book, an adventure, and you guys
I
could
think
have
that
a
would be
real
nice.
world adventure. But I will
Yeah,
read
like
it
a
if
weekend
you.
getaway.
Linus, if you let me know, I will read your book and talk about it, because I feel like
I
it's gonna be
appreciate you,
great.
Ransom.
It's gonna be
That's
great.
very sweet.
Does
Hopefully.
the main female? Well, does she have like somebody that's a friend that she hangs with?
Yeah. Yeah,
Or
she's got
have you
a
gotten that far?
bestie.
Does he have a best
Yeah.
friend that moves with him to Boston, or is he a native of Boston?
No, yeah, so he's from that area originally, and then he got away. He moved down to Florida to become a diesel mechanic, and him and his best bud helps him move back up north, reluctantly so. And then for her, she's got a bestie who's a horse girl, and she owns a ranch with her husband, and they compete in shows and board horses and stuff like that. But she's a real like city gal, just owns her own tattoo shop in Boston and trying to get through life and
One of those in a world where
Yeah.
a city girl
Yeah.
found a
Yeah.
horse, created a farm. It sounds
it's good, though.
delightful. It sounds delightful, and I'm
We'll see, I
excited.
hope.
I'm
I
excited
hope.
for you. I think when you publish, you'll be like the first official, author that I've got to hang out with inside of Destiny.
Well, I'll send you a signed copy and everything.
I would love that. I would love it. Sky, I know we've just pushed you right out of the conversation.
Been yapping.
But
He knows I yap.
I'm glad that you were here with me today, and thank you guys for playing. Now, I want to
Of
invite both
course.
of you back to hang out.
Yeah, we're
because,
always down for Iron Banner, raids, dungeons, whatever.
Well, do you guys want to go through? Nikki
Did
is
somebody
here.
say Iron Banner?
Yeah,
Nikki
Iron
is
Banner?
Nikki is
Here,
here,
Ransom,
and
I'll
Nikki
make
is
you
a
leader.
world rated. He is one of the world's fastest runners. He's got his own channel on YouTube. Nikki Sachs,
hey,
welcome
Nikki.
in.
Hello.
Nikki is a full member of Coterie Arms, which, full disclosure, I am a member of Coterie of Arms. Let's go in. Nikki, let me send you an invite.
Yeah, I made you leaders, so throw
Thank
us
you,
into
thank
whatever.
Phoenix,
We're here,
Z
we're
Tizzle, hello. Let's go in because we're hanging out with some really dynamic, interesting people today in this chapter
I think
of
Sky's
Destiny
gonna
2.
go grab bounties super quick. I
All
think
right,
he'll be ready
all right.
to
I'll
go.
take us to the tower. I can
Oh,
run us
swap.
there.
He's gonna swap to his hunter.
Okay,
He likes,
all right.
He likes to run his hunter for PvP.
Now, Guardians, as many of you know, I'm rotten at PvP, but there's only one way to go
Same,
for me.
Ransom,
It's to
same.
go up. I can't get worse. I got to get better. And the way you get better is practice. Don't hesitate to come in here. Like, you've seen me suffer, many of you have, in Trials of Osiris. Do I have any of those exotic ships that I've been after for
I
years?
know. Oh,
No.
I've been after that scarab ship so hard.
Oh my gosh. And now there's two of them that I want, just really, I need them. I want them. I've got to have them. They need to be in my collections. Are they? No. But I will continue to work on it, Guardians. One day, I will get those ships. One day. All right, now let's see who else is here. We've got 4, and I'm going to run us to the tower just in case people need to pick something up. Get paid for what you do, Guardians. We as Guardians, we are asked to defend the last city, daylight till dark, 7 days a week, year-round, non-stop. You will be called upon to protect the last city. Get paid for what you do. If you're going to put Savathun's wings in a good frame, you're going to need to throw down some glimmer. We all know it's coming. It's coming. All right, we're going to fly in.
If you're good at something, don't do it for free. What was it, the Joker?
Charge them. Charge 'em.
Yeah.
But do something that you love. That way it never feels like work, even if you're getting paid for it.
I would say professional gambler would be the dream right now, but...
Well, didn't that guy... I don't normally watch, what's that, Jeopardy. But I actually caught it when some guy was like a professional gambler in Vegas and he won like $10 million on Jeopardy. And I think that's like what he did, Nikki, was just, gamble and, think about the odds. And I think he was just so smart. He probably, was able to look at the system and say, how can I work myself in to win a lot of money? And I think he was probably really successful at that.
Well, who was I trying to give life advice to yesterday saying drop out of school and just gamble? Bet it all on black. And then start doing
You
numbers
told
for
that to
Blackwood.
J Hill Prime? Is that what you told him?
Mainly tongue-in-cheek, but that was, hey, you win enough money, who needs school?
Growing up, we were not allowed to have any type of card. We weren't really allowed to play with games. I think the first game that was allowed inside the house was called Aggravation, EGG, like aggravation. And it was because it had marbles. Is why my mom and father thought, okay, this one will be okay. It's got marbles. But you used your colored marble to move so many spots on the board. I remember playing it. I don't remember what the objective was. Maybe to collect the most marbles. Isn't that usually what those games are? Or play money. But we just didn't have those because my grandfather's brother was actually on a work assignment in one of the larger U.S. cities. This was, late 1800s, maybe early 1910, and was staying at a boarding house that had a saloon and, poker tables down below. And as a bystander having a beverage, I don't know what the beverage was. I don't think it was an adult beverage. But the guys that were playing poker, this is a true story. The guys that were playing poker, someone accused another player of cheating. Things escalated. They got out of hand. Guns were pulled. I guess everybody went to the saloon with gun in hand or gun in pocket. But guns were pulled and it started happening, unfolded. And after the smoke had settled, my grandfather's brother was DED. DED. So my grandfather just raised his children to say, hey, just stay away from card games and any of these things that could lead to problems. Agent Reaper, D2, I'm having a great time in D2. And if you just joined us, I went through the dungeon, Sundered Doctrine. I like Sundock so much better. But we went through, and I had a good time with Sky and Lioness. We rocked their world. And when the dust settled and we counted the bones, we were standing. And that's what matters. But Nikki, what level are you? Let's take a look at Nikki and see. Nikki's been ahead of me for weeks.
2033 on Titan. I mean,
Holy
I wanna get
cow. Now,
I
he's a
wanna get up to
2033.
2035
He's
before I-
showing a 2031. Today, I hit 2030 because when I was having coffee earlier, I turned on my PlayStation and I was doing whatever I could to try to get the numbers up. Get the numbers up. And then Crimson drops into chat earlier this morning, and I've been invited Friday at noon. Set your calendar, set an alarm. Friday at noon, I'm going in with Crimson, the founder of We Don't Work Weekends. Many of you know them. You've seen them play. Probably their most famous member would be Lucky 10p, content creator, live streamer, friend of my channel. Hello, Lucky 10p. I know you watch. Hello, hello. And Crimson and I and Dwayne and DeRousey and several of the We Don't Work Weekends folks have been through some very challenging, difficult times in Destiny, and it's always a delight to get to play with them. So when Crimson extended the invite, yes, I jumped. I raised my hand. I said, I'm the one. I'm the one you want. And we're going in. I think it's going to be a good time. All right, Guardians, we're going to go into Crucible. We have just a very small team, and we're going to go in and have a little bit of fun. Now, remember, if you want an invite, holler at me or join us the next time we're in space, because we've got room. There's only 4 of us, and 6 is better. Linus, are you mainly PvP, or do you love PvE the best?
Oh, I am PvE all the way, but I do grind Iron Banner every season for the Iron Lord title and guild, so I do love Iron Banner.
So you guild your title then. You do way more than I do, because I never really... The only one that I truly want is, the Grandmasters, and I try to remember to gild that one every season. But yeah, if you're gilding that, you're doing a lot, because it usually takes a lot to do the gilding for that title.
It does. It's a lot of the wins that takes the longest. I forget how many wins you need exactly, but it does feel like a slow crawl sometimes. But yeah, Iron Lord and the Wanted title are the only 2 I've ever really wanted, but I have yet to gild my Conqueror. I get it. I mean, I've had it for seasons and just never gilded it.
Now, I do love the Grandmasters, and last time, the one thing I wish they would just open the Grandmasters. When you complete them all, just let us select whatever Grandmaster we want. I mean, why lock them? Why lock them weekly? But I enjoy them, especially this last season, because it felt like you really could create a build that was conducive to victory in the Grandmasters. And I really liked that. I felt like it was a good way to go. Now, I am looking at Sky, who has got his speaker X'd out. Sky, what about you? PvP, PvE?
Oh, I love PvP. I did go for my Glorious title. I got it. I wasn't able to gild it when I did get it. But probably this season, I'll probably try to gild it.
So you have Deadeye then too, right?
No, I don't. So Deadeye, so as a newer player, there's just a lot of time that some of these titles require. And Deadeye is definitely one of those, because if you go through and look through what it requires, it's just so many kills on so many different weapons.
Especially when you're having to use a sniper rifle.
Yeah, snipers get me every time.
Oh my gosh, I don't remember how many you have to get Deadeye. I got Deadeye once, and the sniper was misery for me, because I don't use snipers that often. And when I got that, I was like, okay, I got it. I never want to revisit that. I never want to revisit it. And I don't think I ever have, because I don't get the sniper portion of it. But I have completed in other seasons everything that I would have needed if I would have completed, the sniper rifle. But I can't work up to it, Guardians. I can't find it within me to say, go out and sniper. And I know when I get hit with Cloud Strike, and a couple of other of the sniper rifles that are really popular
Iron
right now.
Banner.
They're doing it for one reason. One, they're sadist, and two, they want that Deadeye title. Wow, Nikki, you're looking fancy.
I
You
was
went
gonna
to the
say something
custom
earlier.
paint
You're
shop
pretty
and
good.
found a shader that said, "I'm here. Look at me."
I think it's one of the season ones. It's like a silver pack or something like that. It's got a really
Yeah.
nice, clean white and black one too.
Hunters,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, aren't 82.7% of hunters
Show
in a black shader most of the time? I think
Uh,
they're color adverse.
I mean, look, I just want to wear. I'm mad that I can't wear my cowboy hat. That's the only thing I care about.
You captured Zone C.
Oh gosh, Guardians, I didn't set up for this.
Opponent clear.
It's all
Oh,
right,
no.
though. I do really like to throw down a.
Zone advantage is yours.
I like to throw
Zone B
down
captured.
with a shield and try to stay alive and get the zone. Get the zone. Now I'm stepping into the twilight zone.
Great
Golden
song.
earring. Now remember, Nikki, this weekend we need to try to.
Well, you got important things to do tomorrow with the contest dungeon.
Oh my gosh,
Gonna
that's
try to hit the
tomorrow.
contest?
That is tomorrow. Yep.
Tomorrow. Havoc, you're too far away. I can't hear you.
Ransom,
Zone
you
B
asked me and
lost.
Lioness what we typically play. Now, most of the content I do has been PvP. Do you prefer that, or do you like PvP a lot as well?
I really enjoy PvE. I'm all about the environment. I'm a friend of the animals. I'm a friend of the environment.
Zone A
But
captured.
having said
Zone
that,
advantage is
sometimes
yours.
things are just so good inside of PvP that you have to go
Zone
in.
C
You have to
lost.
go in.
So,
Well, I mean,
being
also
a
the
friend of,
pinnacles.
Pinnacles too.
And there's the pinnacles.
Have you seen the worm that is in Eris's apartment?
Yes. Who's feeding it? Who's feeding it?
I will adopt that worm in real life. It looks cute. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, be sure you wear finger guards because it will snap them off. Eris's apartment is a cornucopia of delights. You know, the crying chair with all the Kleenex box. Like, she's got 3 eyes, so you know there's a lot of tears, and she's been crying because she's never gotten over losing her fire team. I mean, 5 members. 5 members. So I just walked through there, and like, what is going on in here? What has Eris been up to? Oh, Guardians, I reached out just by instinct. It's what Titans do. We punch.
That's so true.
Punch them and be concerned later. Big Nut is in the live stream chat, and I just want to really give a big shout out and
Zone
thank you to Big
advantage is
Nut.
yours.
The
Zone A
11
captured.
times that I went to the lighthouse, 8 of them were with Big. Big, thank you so much for that. Big is really a consummate player in PvP and PvE. And big streams. He's a content creator, live streamer. But first time I ever stepped
Zone A
foot at the
lost.
lighthouse,
You captured Zone B.
it was
Zone
with Big.
advantage is
It was with Big.
yours.
You need to do solo flawless the dungeon. Big, what are you gonna take in? What will you use on the boss? Are you gonna use the Le Monarch strategy? I want to go in with Le Monarch. I want to feel like a destiny god.
Tower.
I want the light of the traveler to shine down upon me. I want roses at my
Zone
feet
C
and a
lost.
crown on my head.
Zone A
That's what I
captured.
need. Roses
Zone
at my feet
advantage
and a
is
crown on my
yours.
head. Oh, you are going to use Le Monarch. Le
Yeah,
Monarch.
it's kind of a cheat code right now.
I'm all about a good cheat code. I
Look at
feel
the
like
old
if
Game Shark.
Bungie knows about it and it's still there, then, you know, they would fix it if they wanted it. Oh, he came up from behind me? Get out of here, Mr. DARPA. Nobody knows your name around here. You know, really, I feel like if they wanted stuff fixed, they would fix it.
I agree with that statement.
Moats have been falling through Gambit for 5
minutes
years
left.
now.
Sound tactics so far.
But
Yeah, but
just
the
a couple of
population
days
like
ago,
20
what was it that was
Return
going
to the
on?
fight.
And they had it fixed within 30 minutes.
Opponent claims zone
Oh,
A.
was it? It was the silver
Zone
for
C
the
captured.
hollow chips.
Yes.
They had it fixed like immediately.
They fixed that within like 30 minutes, Guardians. It was done. You know, is there someone that sits behind a desk all day long that's just the
Opponent
emergency
claims zone B.
fixer? The emergency fixer.
I think a Jason Statham movie.
Woo! Wee! That Warlock is working
Zone
that.
A
Get out of here,
captured.
Warlock.
You have the advantage. Press on. Zone C lost.
Phoenix, 500 years in game, and you know, Destiny's been out for I think 11 years now. So 11 years in the real world, 500 in the game. Ah!
You cut their momentum. Keep pushing.
I kept firing. I mean, he scared me. He scared me. Grab this ammo and run.
Grab one of the points.
You captured Zone C. 2 zones are yours.
Heritage. Somebody's pushing. Yeah, they're spawning A.
I never saw him once. I never saw that hunter once. Invis is too good.
Zone A lost.
But Phoenix, how are you today? Thanks for hanging out with me. Nikki, you're invisible.
3 minutes
Turn
remaining.
sideways and
Keep
the wind
pressure
blows
on. You
right
have
past you.
Zone advantage is yours.
Oh, I didn't even see DARPA again. DARPA's got something extra going on.
Zone C
Totally
lost.
invis.
The Grand Lance user. Yeah, he needs to grow up.
Have you seen that they made it so the classes, all classes now do, so like they turned a bug into a feature?
Woo, Game Boy.
I
Game
didn't
Boy,
see
your
that
graphics
the
are
other day.
dated.
I guess the Helig one's pretty good, like on Titan and Hunter.
Ooh, ooh.
Zone C captured.
Oh,
You
good
have
job.
the advantage. Press on. You've almost won.
Right.
Don't let up. They won't.
Guardians, I have messed with my build. I don't know what's going on. But I have definitely done dirty deeds to this setup, and I'm going to have to take a
no.
look at it.
Are they done dirt cheap though?
Dirty deeds, done dirt cheap. I need to get something in here. Let me get this on. It's a 2020.
No.
I had to like do a double take. I thought I was
Zone
getting
C
solo
lost.
T-crash.
No, no. I thought that they were closer than.
No, I thought they were too. There was something like on radar too.
Gotta love a solo T crash. I know that man
You
did
will
not.
endure.
No!
Don't.
No!
That was
I should have
so
been
close.
looking at the score.
I should have gone back to my other load.
Big, are you going to
Stand proud,
televise
even
your
defeat.
solo flawless attempt? I tell you one thing about watching the AAA gamers play, and many of you know this. I talked about this yesterday. It's not the run that we see. You know, the 30 minutes they put on YouTube. That wasn't the first run. That was one of many. One of many.
Yep.
I recently watched Esoteric. We've all seen the videos. He's a Destiny god. I recently watched Esoteric, and just for a moment in one of his videos, there was like 1/8 of a tenth of a percent of life left. And I thought, oh, he's human after all. He's human after all. Because I felt him in hell like, oh no, I'm dead here. I'm dead here. But there was a stone in the way of the next shot, so it did not hit him. He got his health back up. He lived. He went on. He was victorious. So Guardians, don't look at that and think, why am I not that good? I often look at those videos and think, man, I can do this. I can do this. And just recently, okay, jump back 4 days ago, I was watching an Esoteric video. I'm a fan. I am a fan. And I looked and I had all the gear that Esoteric had. I had all the numbers on my armor perfectly within my reach. Every single weapon that Esoteric had, yes, I had them. With one little exception. The submachine gun that he was using had like Volt something or other on it. And mine didn't have that. Mine didn't have that. And I guess to really get those enemies stunned, and I have since vaulted it. Like, you know, I've said this is garbage. I'm putting it back in the vault. And then yesterday evening, I pulled it back out. This is Noxious Vetiver. And I have To the Pain and Desperate Measures, and his is definitely something different here. So I need to go back. I spoke to Zatu about this just recently. I need to go back and get the one. I need to grind till I find the one that will save me. And then I will go back in and attempt to do great things just like Esoteric. But what it is, he makes it look so easy, but we don't see any of the dress rehearsals. Where are the dress rehearsals, Esoteric? I need you to live stream. I need you to come forth. Thank you, Guardian. Thank you. I need you to come forth and be like, I'm going to show you what it took to get here. This is what it took to get here, you know. But even when I say that, Guardians, when something comes out at noon and at 12:45 he's got the solo flawless up, you gotta be good. You have to be really good to get it that quick. Because not only did he get it up, he got it edited.
Zone C captured. Zone advantage.
Oh,
is
I
yours.
have Aisha's Embrace. I have that weapon. So what I want to just say is, Esoteric, you have raised the bar. You are brilliant to watch in action. And we want to see the mirror crack. We want to see the mirror crack. I need to see just a little something else to know that you're human. I need to know you're human. I need to know you're human. Q, hello, hello. Big says, I haven't even attempted it yet. You're busy. But Big, you're in the real world now. I know you've got a career. You just recently got a promotion. You're on it, and you know you've got your own house, you've got things to buy, people to see, and places to go that don't involve Destiny. I understand. A few years ago, I left the house. Now I do leave on occasion. I was thinking yesterday, I didn't even get my walk in the park because I like to walk the park and count squirrels. It's what I do. When you get old and gray and retired like me, counting squirrels can really make your day. And I was out counting squirrels, and it was too cold for the squirrels to be out, so I just looked out to the park and said, no squirrels are out. I'm not gonna step foot off the porch. Oh, thank you, Guardian. Somebody did that. Somebody did that. Who did that, Havoc? Q, my gosh, Q, thank you so much. Q and I have known each other for a good long while, and Q, you're always just exceptional in your guardianship. You're exceptional. And by that, I mean you get the revives, you step to the front, You dish out the punishment. You give the enemy
C
exactly
captured.
what
2
they
zones are
deserve.
yours.
And I am a fan of yours. And thank you for supporting the... Who did that? Thank you for supporting the channel. And Q, I want to see you back in here. I know you're playing some other things right now, but, you know, we miss you here in Destiny 2. You were missed.
Zone A lost. Zone B
Back
captured.
when,
Zone advantage
Guardians,
is
Q
yours.
was one of the first people that I ever went into. Oh, man. There was one, and then there were 3. Q was one of the first people that I ever went into Root of Nightmares with. Back when the Sunkeeper, the Sundial guy, you know, whatever his name is.
Zone C lost.
It was really rough, Q, and you led the team. You called out the planets. You were on the left side, the right side, and in the middle. I don't know how you did it.
Zone C captured. Zone advantage.
Game
is
Boy
yours.
again. Hello, Game Boy. Hello, your graphics are dated. It's true, Nikki. It's true.
It's still so good.
I gave all of my Game Boys away. I had like a Game Boy, a Game Boy Advance. I don't know why I had them all, but I did. And I had, you know, what I was told was the very best
Zone
games
C
on them.
lost. 5
And I
minutes
turned that thing on once, and that was, you know, first and last. First and last. Now I realize had I kept them, I think they're bringing good money for some reason.
Zone B captured. Zone
Yeah,
advantage
collector
is
stuff now.
yours.
They just put a well on B.
I know,
Keep shot,
Havoc.
keep
You
shot,
never
keep
said
shot.
it out loud, but I hear what you're saying.
Big. Even. Tether on B as well.
And here comes DARPA with the Fry Daddies. Are those good once again? There was a time when they ruled. I almost thought about going to
Zone
Warlock.
B lost.
Oh,
The
I
Fry
love
Daddies.
Warlock. Sky has been maining a Warlock, I think since last season?
Sky. Now, Sky, I want to say this. If you can make your
Come to the dark
Warlock
side.
sing, I have seen players that so made their Warlock sing. And by that, I mean Guardians. It just was flawless how well that they played a Warlock.
I've definitely seen some pretty crazy things, I won't lie. I think the Hunter's probably personally one of the easiest to play, and then Titan. But I would say Warlock has a really high skill
Still,
ceiling.
yeah.
Right. So once you put in the effort, I think it's
They've almost
very
taken this
rewarding.
one. Make them earn it.
Sky, you said it, because Warlock requires a level of expertise and devotion
Zone C
that we
captured.
rarely
You
see
have
on the
advantage.
battlefield.
Press on.
And when properly tuned, a
lost.
Warlock is a machine of death, an angel down from the skies of heaven to breathe fire upon you
fought,
and destroy
but
your
no
soul.
victory today.
Warlocks. And I like that. I like to see it. I'm
You're
just
a
glad that they're
wants
not
to
totally always
dust off
burdened
and
with the
fight
whale. Is that a true statement? True or false? Are Warlocks still burdened with the whale?
So here's the cool thing that I like about Warlock, at least recently. So I just very recently started playing it, but with Well and Sanguine swap, you aren't limited to just using like Well and Div, like a full support character. You know, with Sanguine, you get all those weapon surges, and you can, you know, use weapons and still put out massive damage even though you're not using a damage super. makes you feel really useful aside from just support.
That's what X4.
Yeah, it's X4
Wing
plus
Wing
the
Swamp.
10% that you get from Mark Target.
Yeah.
Guardians, I'm just sending out a couple of invites. Let's get this party started. Let's get it started right. Invites. Draven Crowley. Something about that name appeals to me. Is that a character from Supernatural? Or Crowley, I know probably was a character from Supernatural. Now, holding a grenade, Q, thank you. If holding a grenade is sitting in space, again, Holden, we're going to need to speak to you. I'm going to need you at the principal's office before the next class starts, because we're going to need to know, why are you sitting in orbit all the time? Doesn't it separate out? Now, Holden and I, we're good friends. Fellow Guardian, hails to us from Canada, holding a grenade, expert in his field, Warlock. Doesn't it separate just time in orbit versus time playing the game? Does anybody know when you track that, if it shows, you know,
Yeah.
a separation in that?
If
There's
you go to
a
time
website.
wasted in Destiny, yeah.
Yeah, it'll separate that out. Even time in the tower, where you just sit in the tower for extended periods of time, it'll separate that.
So, where you are strictly playing, what is that called?
I think that's just, it shows like time wasted in the tower versus time wasted like playing.
So then the third number would be actual playtime.
I believe so. Probably
Okay.
whichever one's the biggest that they have.
Because
on
way
there.
back when, probably over a year ago, Holden ran our numbers because I think he was thinking, you know, his numbers were gigantic, and they were big numbers. And he ran mine, and I didn't even know this was a thing, but I have had people come in and say, "Oh, we ran your numbers, Ransom. You're not quite as rotten as we thought you were." And I love being, you know, a surprise. It's better to be a surprise than somebody, you know, be a letdown. And I'd rather somebody say, "Oh, you did better than we thought you were going to do," than to say, "You were supposed to be good. What what went wrong?" But I think Holden was surprised that I had a very fair number of battle time inside of Destiny. And it doesn't really reveal because I was on Xbox and then switched to PlayStation and then switched to computer. And from Xbox to PlayStation, it wasn't a time, these were the dark days. There was no crossplay. So I just lost everything from my Xbox days. It would be even better if I had a true, legitimate showing. Because in order to be able to play confidently with Havoc and Vol, I sat for hours, Guardians. Hours. You know, when I got retired, I didn't have a whole lot to do. And then Destiny came out and Havoc introduced me to it. And I spent hours because those first missions, when I got off the Cosmodrome and I was, you know, facing the real world, Fallen, it was just so challenging for me. Controllers were just an alien thing because I grew up with one analog stick and a fire button. I loved that. I loved it. And then I got the controller, and it was like, oh no. And even though I'd had consoles here at home for many years for company, I did pick up the guitar for Guitar Hero. What console was that on? Was that on a
It was
Wii?
on all of them.
Oh, was it on all of them?
Yeah.
I had the guitar and that whole setup, and I think it's still in the basement. I did pick it up and tried to play Journey. Didn't they have Journey songs on Guitar Hero? Of course, I would have gone straight to Journey. I should have had Old MacDonald Had a Farm. Maybe I could have, hit the buttons and keys to go on with that. But, it was a new experience getting accustomed to the control and everything you had to do inside of Destiny and what you had to be aware of. And I do not jest with you, Guardians, when I say that my grenade took me out often. It did. I would think that I was throwing it down city blocks. and it would land at my feet and blow me up. I was that bad. I was that bad, Terry. Welcome back. And Havoc played with me one day, and these are words that came out of Havoc's mouth. We played. I was tragic, and he said to me, I want to say face to face, but he was on a console somewhere else in the house, and he said to me, "You will never be a raider." Woo, my gosh, those words seared my soul. I was on fire. I was burning. I have to take a breath just to think about it now. And I thought, I will be anything I darn well want to be, and I will be a raider just to prove you wrong. Guardians. I sat in that Cosmodrome, and I used my weapons, and I fought, and I battled, and I used to be so thankful when the Hive Knight would put up the shield because I could regain some health and live. And never did it occur to me to walk behind the shield and punch him and beat him and shoot him in the face. But I got to that point where it's like, ooh, he put a shield up. I'm going to walk around it and get you now. You did the wrong thing. And after weeks and weeks of practice in the Cosmodrome, everywhere within the planets, this was D1, remember. Life was rough back then. I finally got a little bit better and went into raids inside of D1 and came out victorious. Now, remember, you know, I'm here talking about Havoc and I. We're fire team members, my original fire team member. And it is teamwork. It's teamwork. But I felt like I was able, you know, to stay alive for a little while. And I was really happy about it. I was thrilled. Now, if you talk to Havoc today, what will he say? You will never be capable of doing a raid. I don't know what he would say. He's here listening, but he won't comment for fear of getting involved in the conversation. But it definitely, you can do it. That's just what I want to end with, Guardians, and saying about raids and becoming better inside of Destiny. Don't let it get you down, because it gets better. It gets better. But having said that, practice gets you better, and that leads right back into these triple S tier plus gamers. It is practice that makes you better. And Esoteric, you know, we all know you are a Destiny god. You make your characters sing songs that we've never heard before. You know, the bards are listening because they want to know how you created that tune of gameplay. And so, know, Guardians, that it took them a little while to get there. It took them a while to get there. Indica, hello. Indica, are you with Clan Indica? I've played a lot with Clan Indica. I don't think they're from India. Clan Indica. But I have played with them a lot. And Big is here, and Big is with Clan Indica. Havoc says no, because I wasn't as mean as when I said it, as when you tell the story. What?
Zone B captured.
You said exactly what I said you said. But I did say you'll never be a raider. Okay, there you go. You just confessed. You have confessed. We have it on digital. But look at you now. When I raid with you, I never have to. Oh, God. That is not true. I hate doing mechanics, and mechanics freeze me. If I have to read a Hive rune, show me the door, because I want to run. I want to run to you. Woo-hoo. But there's lots of fun, and fire teams. Just an example I can give you right now. I was with Lioness and Sky, and that fire team really just made it so that I could be doing what I love to do, taking down the enemy. But I have come to realize that some people are so good with puzzles. You know, when you go in with the team, you know, let the star of the show do what they're best at.
Zone
And
B
you saw
lost.
Sky and Lioness really work the puzzle of it all and read the puzzle out loud. We heard Linus actually go through the puzzles saying, you know, certain things that had to be accomplishment, you know, like the Traveler hates Guardians, that type of thing. And you have to decide, is that the lie or is that the truth? And sometimes that's hard to decipher. Sometimes the lie is so good, you're going to have to give it thought. Because... Now, this is controversial. Don't send me hate
Zone
mail.
B captured.
But
Zone
because
advantage is
we
yours.
were resurrected with one purpose, Guardians, and that purpose was to save and protect the Traveler.
Zone C
I don't
lost.
really believe it to be, you know, save and protect the last city. It was really just save the Traveler. I feel like he had the crystal ball. He looked into it and he said, I'm going to need a lot of help because the Witness and his gang of pyramids are going to catch up with me,
You have the advantage.
and
Press
I'm
on.
going to need some
Zone A
people to watch
captured.
my back or to watch my bubble, whatever the case may be. And it really leaves us with no place to go except the fact that that's what we were created for, and we can't get out of that. It's a trap. You know, we are trapped inside of Destiny in a pre-formed destination loop that was conceived and implemented by the Traveler. So ultimately, that goes to the question of,
Zone A lost.
is the Traveler good for the Guardians? Is he looking out for us? Lioness, what do you think? What are your thoughts?
I don't know. I think that's probably why a lot of
You captured Zone C. Two
enemies
zones are yours.
of ours, and or maybe even now frenemies of ours, don't like us is because we are resurrected. We're unkillable as long as we have our ghosts. But I don't know.
So you do kind of see, you know, what I'm speaking of here, in the fact
Yeah.
that we.
Spectral blade.
That hurt. That got me good. Got me good. So when you went to decipher that, you know, do you think about that, or you just keep it more on a this is how the game wants me to think?
I don't know. I think
3 minutes
knowing
remain.
the lore
Keep the
helps,
pressure and you
but
have them.
even some of them are confusing, I guess I would say. I think they could all. I don't want to say they could
You've
all
almost won,
work.
but don't
you
let
know,
up.
I feel
They
like there's a
won't.
little bit of truth to some of them. Exactly what ones, but like Traveler kill Guardians.
Zone
I
B
mean,
lost.
technically no,
Yes, and
but
that is that the
like,
one you were
know,
working on earlier? Because I thought
Yeah.
about that, and I thought,
Yeah.
that kind of is true.
In some ways,
Cut their momentum.
I do
Keep
think
pushing.
some of them can be a little tricky.
Woo! He
no.
got me. Reaper,
Got me
get out
before
of
I
here,
could even
Reaper.
let off with my stuff there.
Big, you got to meet with your superintendent. Enjoy. I hope it's good news. Maybe a raise. Maybe a
Captured
company
Zone A.
truck.
2 zones are yours.
Get him, Ransom.
And they both backed up. I should have flown a little bit further, but I hit the rock.
Zone
I
C
hit the
lost.
rock. Sometimes they're your friend, sometimes they're not. The rock. bumped my head, Guardians. Bumped my head.
Oh, don't tell me that didn't kill either of them. They backed up. Whew. Me and my T-Crush, we need to have a chat.
You captured Zone B. Zone advantage is
Victory! Woo! Better than dessert at a Michelin-starred restaurant. Victory.
yours. You have Ikora's instinct. Kindred spirits. the
All right,
two.
now I need to get some commendations out. Q, holy moly. 38? Sky with 23, Nikki with 20, Linus with 13, and I had 10. Hard earned 10, the perfect number. But that was good play, Guardians. Let's go in again.
After this one, I gotta take the dog out, but I'll still be down to play for a little bit longer.
Okay. Big says no. You're talking with your folks inside the clan. Oh, Big, you sound so organized. I think you carry a notepad. You're very organized. Big says, no, I wish that would be with my boss. I need to talk about activities happening next week, and subs are coming to the site. Oh, no, you're actually really talking about work. I'm thinking you were planning for the next big event inside of Destiny, and you had given out titles. It is work. It is work. Isn't it amazing how they're so close? It's so close. Get paid for what you do. But, yes. Thank you, Big. Work. The real work. The real world. Oh, you do give out titles for the clan for day one. Big, really? I mean, you... Big... I'm going to tell you this now, and you know it's true. You need your own clan. You are maybe the
Iron
big
Banner.
ones. That could be the name of your clan, the big ones. Because I feel like, but I don't know it's because I have interaction with you and I watch your live stream late night, that it seems like you run the clan. It seems like you are the clan. And people, they grow, they spread their wings, they fly. That's okay. There's definitely been people come through Coterie of Arms that have left and formed their own clan.
Bring your light
We
to
have
bear,
taken in,
When I
some
return
other
to Cobbl's
clans
Fleet,
that were
I
close,
wanna hear
where
them
they
speaking your
had
name.
player base that drifted off. People got disappointed
Captured Zone A. Opponent claims
recently,
Zone C.
and then they ended up leaving the game and just not playing a lot. And it's like holding a Grenades clan that he had created, formed, and kept together for years. A lot of them left the game, and we told Holden, hey, you're welcome here.
Opponent claimed Zone B.
Whoa, he was Slick Willie.
Captured. Zone
Get out of
advantage
here,
is
Slick Willie.
yours.
No, actually it was no Willie. Are people loving Iron Banner this time? I actually loved it when there was no ABC.
Zone B lost.
You mean Bolt Charge Simulator?
Ooh,
Honestly, I
wow.
love
Thank you,
using
Q.
Full Charge. I
Thank
hate
you.
when it's used on me.
Yeah, it's... that or Redrix stock.
Yo, Redrix is
That's what I've been using.
That's so good. I mean,
It is.
I stopped using hand
You
cannons
captured
because
Zone
I was
C.
like, I'm
You have
getting
the advantage.
way too annoyed
Press
with
on.
this.
Zone A lost.
I was using my peace bond and having a grand old time for a minute there, but I don't know, some of these maps
I need to
much harder.
get a good one.
I got a, what one did I get? Oh my goodness. Lone Wolf and
Kill Club? Maybe?
yeah, Kill Clip. Yeah, yeah.
2 zones are yours. Zone B captured.
That's what I'm thinking for that or some moment. Kill.
Yeah, Zen Moment is valid, yeah.
I'm still standing better than I ever did. Guardians, if you're hanging out with me today, be sure to join for the exclusive live stream on Twitch on Saturday and Sundays with music. I'm hoping that Nikki's going to get to come in maybe this weekend, and we're going to talk about some music that we both enjoy. And now I'm trying to remember who it is. Who was it?
Oh my god, this is gonna bother me. It wasn't Hall & Oates, was it?
No, it wasn't Hall & Oates. I did play some Hall & Oates recently. Oh my gosh, who was it, Nikki? I remember we were talking about Boston and Chicago.
Yeah, wasn't Eddie Money. I gotta look back. Because it's like on the tip of my tongue and I just don't remember.
I was just thinking we're gonna pull some of that up and play it, and now, Guardians, this is what age will do. This is what age will do. And Nikki's like half my age. But I can't remember who we were talking about, and it's because we speak about a lot of different music genres, a lot of groups, a lot of great bands, singers, performers, and now I'm just drawing a blank.
What is safety there?
Zone C lost.
Zone C. But I will have to go back and fast forward through the live stream and try to figure it out.
You captured Zone A. 2 zones are yours. Zone B lost. 5 minutes left. Sound tactics so far.
Big, you basically run it, and you did make the entire Discord.
Zone A lost. You're being hunted. Don't let your guard down.
Don't let your guard down. Oh, Q, I thought you were the enemy.
That was nice, Q. Insta thunder crashes as the well.
Ooh!
Absolutely worth it.
Zone
So
C
worth
captured.
it.
Opponent.
There were some great moves right there. We're going to need everybody's camera information submitted so we can repeat that.
It wasn't Crowded House, was it?
It was not. It was not.
Crowded House is amazing, though, but...
Woo! They burned me alive. Baba Dub. Baba Dub.
Oh, wait, no. Okay, it was Styx. It was Styx.
Yes, Styx. It was Styx. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Domo. With parts made in
Opponent claims Zone
Japan.
B.
Domo. Guardians, this weekend we're gonna play some sticks.
Zone B captured. Zone advantage is yours. 3 minutes remain. Keep the pressure and you have them. Victory is yours for the taking. Seize it.
With parts made in Japan. But really, it's the super hit
C
known
lost.
as
Zone A
Babe.
captured.
Babe,
Two
I'm
zones are
leaving.
yours.
I must be on my way. I'll be missing you.
If you don't mind me giving me 5 minutes, just gotta take the dog out real quick. It's,
All right, we'll go to the tower. We will
6
go to the
degrees
tower.
right now, so it's not like he's gonna want to be out there.
Brief break, Guardians. Oh, my tonic has expired. Does that work in PvP? Maybe, Guardians.
so.
I don't know. All right, let's back out. We're gonna go to the tower. We're gonna go there and check. You don't want to lose something you've been working for. Could be something good. Katie might have it for you in a package with a bow on it. Guardian, this is for you. Lord Saladin dropped it off.
I'm gonna step away for a minute as well.
All
I'll
right.
be back.
We're taking a fiver. We're taking a fiver. I'm going to get a fresh coffee, Guardians. We're going to the tower.
Ooh, that sounds
We're going
like
to take a
good idea,
fiver.
actually.
We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. If you're hanging out with us, we appreciate you. Sincerely, we appreciate you. We're going to take a fiver, and we're coming right back. And I'll be missing you. Big says, thank you, Guardians. Thank you. Big says, I basically run it. I made the new Discord. I joined up in your Discord, Big. I joined up. Thank you for the invite.
Checking for messages. Hi there.
I'll be missing you. Now, wait a minute. I thought I had something really good. Are you back, Nikki? Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
All right. Everybody just took a $5.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been using the Battler. Why am I not back on the Battler?
It's a promise.
Do you have the Redrix one? Have you done comp at all?
Not this time. I haven't done it.
You're definitely gonna want that.
Ready.
I'll be missing.
I'm almost done brewing my pot of coffee, and then I will be back in.
All right, I'm just cleaning up my mess of weapons. Rhyme Stealer, target lock, yes. Dynamic
Yeah, no,
sway
we like that.
reduction, yes. I'll be missing you.
When I sat down, I heard you belting it out. You were singing it when you were grabbing your beverage, I'm assuming.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with belting out sticks. All right, so I gotta ask you, if you were to pick one song, right? You're going to a karaoke bar and somebody says, you perform well, give you $500. What are you singing?
Oh my gosh, I don't perform any of them well. But what would I do?
What would you pick? What would you say? Is
I
your
need a
best favorite song to
hero.
play?
I'm holding out for a hero.
Oh,
I love that song.
classic.
I love that song.
Classic. I just watched Shrek 2 the other night. I put it on to go to bed.
They just talked about how Shrek 2 is the king of the Shrek movies. Shrek 2.
I agree with that wholeheartedly, honestly.
Yeah, they all say that's the one. That's the one. But
I think it's just that song. I think it's just that performance of that song that really does it for everybody.
I really love that tune. I think Bonnie Tyler had 2 big hits, and she said basically, I've lived a life of luxury off of those 2 tunes. Bonnie Tyler, good for you. Good for you. Bonnie Tyler had that gravelly, rough, beautiful voice that was just able to hit the peaks and the lows and make it sound distinctive. And Kim Carnes had one hit, Betty Davis Eyes. And she had a beautiful, rough voice. I just love that. We've had a couple of women throughout the ages that have really had distinctive voices. And I'm a big fan of that. I'll tell you a really good one in the game that we're playing right now. Let's just bring it home. Land the plane. Is Lakshmi. And the artist who voices Lakshmi has an absolutely astounding voice. And she did the sci-fi series. I think it lasted like 5 seasons. The Expanse, and where she appeared as herself. And that voice, it's memorable, distinctive, and it sets her apart from a lot of other actors in the field because it's so good. Now, do I like Lakshmi? No. Did I step on her during the Vex invasion in the old city of the EDZ? Of course I did. I stepped on her body probably 3 or 4 times and didn't even realize she was there. It wasn't until I saw a video later that said, "You're stepping all over Lakshmi." And then, of course, Lakshmi was brought back to life with the original voice actor. And I was so glad to hear it. So glad to hear it. But Nikki, in response to your question, I do think that it would be fun to sing I Need a Hero. I don't know that I have ever been to a karaoke bar. I've never been to one.
No, those are fun times.
Now, Nikki, what about you? I know you have a varied taste in music, but we do share some of the same likes in the genres where we pick out music. What would you sing?
Oh, I'm singing "Come Fly with Me." Sinatra.
Oh, you're going back to the smooth crooner era.
Oh yeah.
So you probably like Michael Bublé.
Yeah,
Oh,
Bublé's
Michael
good.
Bublé is amazing.
Honestly,
I'll
I
tell
like the
you,
voice version better.
he really moved me when he did. What was it? The song about "Take Me Home" or what was the Michael Bublé? It was
I
also a
wanna go
country
home or
hit.
something. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, gorgeous, beautiful song. Just so well done, so well done. I watched his Madison Square Garden concert, on digital, and it was a delight. It was an absolute delight. And after that, I became a real just fan of his, and I like to listen to his music. It just offers a lackadaisical charm. Michael Bublé, I really like it. Now he's on The Voice as a judge right now. I haven't seen any of them, but I've seen snippets. I have seen snippets.
I'm sure. Yeah, my wife watches that, so I do not know.
I must be on my way, and I'll be watching you.
Zatu just joined up, by the way.
Yes. Zatu, Jason. Welcome, buddy. How are you? It's good to see you. I feel like competition's really becoming. They're going to be scared when they see us. That's all I can say. They're going to look at this lineup and say, "Ooh, they have put together a group of champions. Grab your best weapons and be better. Be better."
No, what they're going to do is inspect us all, and they're going to be like, "Wow, crazy! 4 pulse rifles and and that's it." Because it's Pulse Rifle Simulator this week.
What is the top power level right now? Just the hard cap? Is it 2020?
2020.
Man, oh man, I'm at 2018, so I got some grinding to do. But I am getting 2020s to drop.
But you're at 2020 then. If you're getting them to drop at 2020, like just base, like what are the
Well, it
weapons
says
that are
I'm
dropping?
2018. I've had 2 2020s drop.
Right. So was it the weapons that dropped after a match?
Yes, I had a weapon just drop when I got one
So
of the
you
pinnacles.
should be at 2020 then. So it's just more of like kind of filling in the blanks at this point. So I would recommend continuing on because you'll be able to get all the power weapon drops, energy and kinetic ones.
Checking.
Like with Sky and Lioness, I got a 2020 from that dungeon.
Yeah.
I was gonna let you know, Ransom. 'Cause
Ransom.
personally, I just found it out because they almost try to hide it, but Excision, is a pinnacle every week as well.
Yes, the 12 man.
Yeah, we went
Yeah.
through that a few times.
Yeah, we've been rocking it in Excision. We're a team to be reckoned with in there. And Pinnacles, give me the Pinnacles. But what happened, Sky? I missed like the first week of Pinnacles. I don't know what I was doing. I'd have to look back to find out like why did I not get all the Pinnacles. I guess I was doing story or something and just didn't get the Pinnacles, or I would have been, a lot higher up. Because you can reset, and there's 3 Pinnacles on the Pathfinder reset. And I didn't know that, so I didn't get any of those. I didn't reset a one of them.
They give you a bunch of XP as well, to be fair, too.
Yeah, you do enough that you'll be able to knock some of this out. I mean, GMs aren't until next week anyway.
And the first one is what, Nikki? What is the first GM that we're going to be going into?
Hyper Garbage Current.
Oh, yes.
No.
The Hyper Current, one of the most balanced, well-proportioned, enemy-accurate GMs in the game.
So much.
I
Listen,
know
it's not
you
a
don't
hard-
like
It's not
it.
hard.
That
It's
one
just
I don't
very-
mind.
It's just very poorly paced. Yeah.
Talk about luminality.
I love Lim. Liminality's probably like
God, it's terrible.
that's a top 3 favorite strike.
Oh, God.
Now, Liminality, is that the one on the Throne World?
No, that's the Tormentor.
That's
the one on,
that's
new
Lightblade,
one.
the one on the Throne World. But yeah, it's
Is
the
in Liminality the skimmer one? Where you can, or not? Yeah, you can use your skimmer like right after the first part? Or
In the
am I-
beginning,
know,
you could
probably,
jump
yeah.
on this. You could jump on the skimmer in the beginning now, but there's never really been any, I guess, skips or anything like that. The only thing that's like really effective is duping the balls in the quote unquote mazes.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's one of the final shape missions. with the
Oh,
maze.
Liminality, yeah, is the one with the big tormentor guy at the end.
And all the thrall, and you gotta go. into
Yes.
the holes
Gosh,
to
I
grab the
actually
orb.
really like that one. And you go to the old city and the pyramid, and just, madness releases upon you. And there's Grims flying everywhere, and there's Taken lunging at you, and there's Taken Cabal Flanexes coming down, and there's sharpshooters and snipers, and all of a sudden there's good music in a party, and somebody brought chips, and you're having fun. It's a fun time. I actually really like that one. I will tell you, Guardians, I watch a gamer live stream called It's Heady. And It's Heady. You know him, don't you, Nikki? As far as like you've chatted with him and stuff before and hung out with him.
Yeah.
It's Heady is he's a dynamo. He takes. I feel like he's taken thousands of Guardians through Grandmasters, and a few weeks ago he hit 10,000 Grandmasters, and I bet he's probably at 1,100 Grandmasters by now. I've not seen him in the last, week or so.
He's like at 10K Sherpas, so it's running somebody through
That's
the first
crazy.
GM.
Yeah, he's
I don't know how he has the
exceptional.
patience for that.
Nikki, let's just call it out loud here. Let's be direct with each other. How does he stand it?
I have no idea.
I mean, I have sat and watched him and learned a lot, especially in Liminality. And he will do like 20 of them in a night, and it is the same. It's like a script. He goes by a script, and I'm like, I don't know how he's doing it. It's Heady. You keep it up, because you're doing good deeds for Guardians that might not otherwise get the completion. But he's just at a different level about voicing what the steps are, what you need to do, looking at people's weaponry, their builds, and saying you might want to try this. And, I've seen a couple of Guardians get snarky with him, and it's like, you back down. Heady is here showing you how to get completion, because you don't have a completion. You're at a zero.
If you do it
So
yourself,
be good to him when he's taking you through there.
Exactly. I mean, it's.
All right, are we ready? Are we ready?
I think we're good. LFGs are
ready.
kind of annoying, especially with. That's honestly why I started soloing, just because the LFG experience. I'm basically doing it all anyway, so I might as well just do it solo. So.
Yeah, I understand definitely, Nikki. I mean, back when I started live streaming, Havoc had asked me to live stream way back when, and I just thought, who in the world would, watch an old man stumble and fall? But a lot of people laugh when you're at the top of the steps and you fall all the way down. They're giggling at you. And that's all right. It's Guardians, you got to get up. You just got to get up. It's not how far you fall, it's how high you get up. And I watch Heady just take people through, and just, a few weeks ago, somebody was kind of snippy with him, and I thought, hey, you don't need to be like that with Heady. But Heady was as calm and smooth, and I just, in my mind, was applauding him for, hey, he didn't take the bait. He just stayed right on track and got them to the end, and they completed it. And it can be tough. Way back before I had the system set up, where where somebody would just come in and write stuff that might have been horrible, Nikki, on the screen, or visit my site of 24/7 pornography. Sometimes I would get like nasty notes. There's people out there that they have a bag of nasty notes, and they love to pull them out and give them to you. I block all that stuff on my YouTube channel because I don't want people to have to see it. It's not that it destroys me. I just don't want somebody else to have to read the ugly that somebody might write down. And on occasion, I have responded and said, I'm just glad you revealed yourself. Now I know who you are. You know, I'll be looking for you. And the couple that I've responded to that way, they delete them. Now, Nikki, you're a content creator and you have a lot of videos on YouTube and you're growing your library. Have you encountered that?
A few. I just usually respond with a question mark, or I just call them kiddo. That usually makes them mad enough.
You just enrage them further.
Oh, I enjoy that. I enjoy that.
But now, Nikki, wasn't it you that was telling me about your brother was a triple S tier gamer, and then they somehow
Yeah, he
got his
he got
home
swatted.
address?
Yeah, my brother got swatted years back in Halo.
And for those who might not know, what does that mean? What does swatted mean?
I mean, essentially, they're calling, like, I guess this was kind of tame relative to some of the stories I've seen. It's like they called the cops, saying that my brother committed a crime. I think it was like a drunk driving incident they claimed he did, and they, knocked at my dad's house. And they're like, hey, my brother's just sitting there playing Halo, and he's like, what? So he stopped streaming because, like, he was partnered on Twitch, like, but he's like, yeah, that's just not worth it. Not doing that anymore.
So it was a frightening real world experience that just dulled his enthusiasm for the whole thing.
To be fair, he probably said something to somebody that caused that person to do that. So it's just more choosing your words carefully and reacting.
Not that there's an excuse to do that though.
Oh, 100%. But I mean, let's put it this way: when you're online and you know, a bunch of nameless, faceless people, probably just best to just have a quick comment, but don't really get too crazy with it, because you just never know who you're dealing with behind the microphone, and that's where it's like it's not really worth making a federal case over something. I got frozen 3 times there in the span of 5 seconds.
But yes, I'm not on X anymore. I deleted my account. I just had too many political ads that popped up all the time. And I never said a word political ever in there. Never. And I was blinded there, Guardians. I couldn't see a thing. But I just deleted that. But, I did one time respond to somebody, and it just gave them a platform, to shout louder. Sometimes I think there are times where I would love to, like Havoc sometimes looks at my social media and says, hey, you need to take a look at this, or, respond. But it definitely can get to you at times. It can get to you. I'm glad you've not had a lot of it, Nikki, and you can just, kind of brush it off your shoulder. Oh, man, he came up right on me.
I do this just for fun. This is... I figure I play the game if I, entertain somebody cool, but, full time, I basically tell my guys on Friday, I'm like, it's a Thursday. No, I'm just kidding. I don't actually say that, but I just usually let them off early and I can game for the rest of the day.
Good for you. Good for you. So everybody gets to enjoy a little extra.
I mean, listen, if we're working hard enough, nobody wants to work that late on Friday. They're all thinking about going to happy hour anyway.
You're being hunted.
Oh, man. Caboose.
I gotta be honest, I'm not mad about this because this map is bad.
I need to go over here and stand back. Stand back, stand back. In the middle of my room, I did not hear from you. Stevie Nicks, you were loved. You were loved. When I found out the whole story about When Doves Cry, so interesting, Guardians. So interesting.
The flames have gone cold.
But don't let the haters get you down if you're out there listening, because there are a lot of them out there that find joy
Zone
in,
advantage is yours.
degrading you or being a thorn in your side. Don't let them get to you, Guardians. Just move on from them, brush it off. Woo, Kawami
The
Prodigy.
flames are lit. and
Cult
you
of the
are
Mustache.
The mustache. What? Well,
Guardians, you
I
know,
like
if
that.
these days, if you don't have a good mustache or you need your beard filled in, Turkey. Go to Turkey. They'll fill it in
I'm
for
calling
you.
it. 10 seconds.
Or just be Italian. I've never had that problem.
You don't have to worry about it.
I told you I used to have to bring a birth certificate to baseball
Hard
games as a
fought,
kid because I
but
had
no
full
victory
facial
today.
hair.
Some would say that was extremely lucky.
Even in defeat, you show yourselves worthy.
I've had facial hair though since I was very young. I've like never, shaved off. My little beard mustache came in, and I was like, "Yay! Finally, I got it."
The rite of passage.
Yes, and I've kept it my entire life.
Well, Ransom, I hate to say it, but one of our buddies is hopping on, so I'm gonna go and help him through the nether. But I do appreciate the runs, and thank you for giving us a shot in the dungeon today.
Oh my gosh, it was all my pleasure to hang out with you guys, Lioness and Sky. You've been exceptional. Thank you guys, thank you, and come back, hang out.
Jeez.
Yeah, anytime you guys see us on, shoot an invite. Always down for whatever.
Thank you. I appreciate
same
you.
as well.
Y'all have a good day.
All right,
GGs.
thank you.
GG's.
All right, now Guardians, I need to accept that. I just hate it when it's going to give me one of those full. I don't want it to give me one of those full things and say you can't accept any more friends. That's my goal in this game, is to have some friends. I need friends. All right, now, who else can we get in here? Let's see if there's one or two more. Sky and Lioness, thank you. I had a great time. Now, Holden, I sent an invite to. Is he still just flying in space? Let's ask him the next time we see him what he's doing, flying around in space all the time. Rula?
I messaged the clan.
Oh, okay, you did? All right, let's give him a moment. Creature. Crimson's usually got something that Crimson is working on. So I'm not going to... He is hot with the We Don't Work weekend. They plan stuff. They stay focused on the big ticket. They want to fill the arena. I just want to get the room full. Thank you, Creature. Demon, playing Vesper's host. That's important. Hero of Light, King of Dark. Guardians, if you're on and you're in chat, remember it's a judgment-free zone. We're mainly here to have good times. Somebody just left. Creature, was that you?
Maybe it could be switching characters.
All right. MJ...
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought.
What's Richard Nixon doing? In orbit, but I'm going to give him an invite anyway. Rula, Creature Mask, Phoenix.
We get another one, Hyena.
Hyena, welcome. Creature and Hyena are with Clan Y. Why you gotta be so mean? Zatu, welcome, because I see you've been playing very diligently because you've got on the emblem. Oh, Phoenix, absolutely. Thank you, Phoenix, for letting me know. Always, if my settings are open, feel free to hop in. Just know that if I'm on my PlayStation downstairs doing fill-in stuff, that I can't do any of the content that's, pay, like dungeons and things like that. 3,
We got
4,
enough right now. I
5.
mean, we can maybe start one, and if somebody pings us.
Yes, we'll be there. I'll be there. We're going to launch. Not lunch, but launch. Kevin says, I will join after my dungeon. Thank you, Kevin. I had a fun time in there in that dungeon, but I would have loved to run the whole thing because I want to just toy with Le Monarch, at the Shriekers. I am looking forward. I didn't, or did I ask Big if he was going to live stream his solo attempt at the dungeon? I hope so because I would enjoy that. As much fun as it is just to watch a gamer go through something, if you have a history with the gamer, it's even better because you're really, you can root for them, them, and you can chat with them and say, what weapon are you using and why are you using it? That's a lot of fun. Now, Nikki, I have seen you. You did live stream, and I watched your live stream. If I get a notification and I have my phone handy, I watch. When will we see you again?
Probably when GMs are back. Once I kind of route some of them. Like as far as some of the solo stuff, I don't know how excited. I mean, like I said, I really am not looking forward to HyperNet. Like my goal is to go in, get a good solo, or get a solo done, and then get a good trio time, and then because the weapon just doesn't appeal to me. Palindrome just doesn't. The updated Palindrome is just not good.
When did they update it? Because I've had a lot of Palindrome adepts in my vault, and I deleted a bunch of them. I think you and Zatu helped me, delete several of them.
Yeah. They came back with it this season. One of the Nightfall. I mean, it'll be next week's Nightfall weapon. They changed it from because it was Void, the old one. It's now Arc, and there's not really any great Arc perks. And I mean, frankly, the Trials gun is just better for PvP, and then the Palindrome is just, it's a gun for fan service that doesn't really have a place. It's more for, it's just there. People, love that gun. I was not around in the game, but I've been killed by it a few times in PvP. But there's nothing about it that really is meaningful.
If I had to pick a hand cannon, I don't know which one it would be. I guess steel it would be Fatebringer.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know, and I need to. I guess I made a Fatebringer or whatever was available to me after completing, the red box for that. And then we went in a couple of times and people got them, but maybe I need to go in again the next time that comes around. But Guardians, if you're listening, it's a fun time to go beat. I guess it's the Templar that we get.
Yeah, I remember we were doing. When we did that was fun.
It's a good time in there. It's a good time, and I know that we have a clanmate quest that still needs Vex Mythoclast still. I even think the last time that we ran it, K-Fizz was there, and he got Vex for the first time after having completed Vault of Glass dozens and dozens and dozens of times. All these 2018s are good, Guardians. They're very good.
I got mine in a fairly reasonable pace, but
Envious Assassin. I do like Envious Assassin, but I'm going to use that to take this up.
This contest will shape you into something stronger. Go.
Oh, Jason, you're going to spam Grandmasters next week for the Palindrome?
Opponent claimed Zone C. You captured Zone A.
Do you know something that
what
we
role
don't?
Are you going for? I was going to say, what role are you going for? The only one I could feasibly see is what explosive payload and rolling thunder, and even that I don't think it's really something I would use much of.
Opponent claimed Zone B. You captured Zone C. Zone advantage is yours.
Zone advantage.
Zone A
Brian,
lost.
am I playing with Darth?
Zone B captured. You have the advantage.
I don't.
Press
Am
on.
I? I don't know. Is Darth in here?
Explosive payload and
GZ, thank you, thank you. Darth, can you hear me? I need my little volt charge. Like, what did I mess
Zone
with in
C
here
lost.
that's keeping me from doing that?
Zone A captured. Zone advantage
Storm's
is
keep on?
yours.
or one of the artifact mods.
Yes, something. I changed something and it's not working.
Like maybe.
I'm gonna have to take a look at it. Oh, GZ, you know him? Is that good or bad? Oh, you know Zatu. Zatu, you've got friends here. I've been carrying Zatu for about a year now. I'm building leg muscles. I've carried Zatu so often. I jest. Don't go saying that. Don't clip it, snip it, and post it somewhere, because Zatu is a champion of the people.
Good counter. Now hit them again.
The last city, they know him by name. He gets free coffee at the ramen shop. Now, have I asked Zatu how many languages he's fluent in? I need to. Zatu, how many languages are you fluent in?
Zone A lost.
Are you fluent?
You captured Zone C. 2 zones are yours.
Hyena, I apologize for that. Too late to apologize. Holy cow, look at that hunter. Was that a hunter up there flying around? Somebody gave him wings.
Wait, what?
Could have been a warlock. I'm suspicious that it was a warlock. But
No, it's Mask of Bacchus, that's why. Get that, like, light shift dodge kind of thing.
that bounced back. I wanted that to bounce down the hallway. Why didn't it go where I wanted?
You captured Zone A. Zone advantage is yours.
Zone advantage. Nikki must have taken a bunch down because I got some orbs. Show them what the light can do, Nikki.
I think some of these guys on our team are doing real
You
well.
captured Zone B. Now you are the wolf. Finish the hunt. 5 minutes left.
Yeah, go
Sound
behind that
tactics
shield
so
of
far.
yours, buddy.
Oh my gosh. Frozen.
Another hunt will come soon.
I think Hyena might be rocking and rolling in here too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Hyena, Toki, you guys on our team are doing well.
Opponent claims Zone B. Zone C
GZ, he speaks good Scottish. How do you know? That means you have to speak good Scottish. Do the Scots have their own language?
Imagine like local dialect kind of thing.
Zone C lost. You captured Zone A.
Brian says yes, they do.
Hello.
Raimundo!
What's up?
Nothing. You want to play some
Zone
banana
B
with us?
captured.
Ray Gun, my gosh,
Press
where
on.
you been? You've been missing Iron
You've
Banner.
almost won, but don't let up. They won't.
Brian says it's like English, but with more gibbish. Scots used to speak Gaelic back in the day.
Zone B lost. Three minutes remain. Keep the
Sorry,
pressure.
I looked
and you
at
have
it. Sorry. I looked at the
That
guy with-
burned me up, and I was at least 250 feet minimum safe distance.
Zone C captured. Zone advantage.
I
is
always,
yours.
Guardians, full
Zone A
confession,
lost.
full confession. I always come in here feeling like, I need to find a better gun. There has to be, Asdacross, have you done a test on this? There has to be an absolute best gun. Where is it? Which one is it? What's the build? How can I get it? Those are the questions.
Zone C lost.
I mean,
The
it's
hunt is
literally
on.
use the cop gun. I mean,
This is
that's
over.
like the everybody.
Fight.
If I'm willing to say, it's gonna have such a massive percentage of people that use it in Iron Banner this week.
Well fought and well.
Victory!
It is really good.
Look at that. Look at that.
When I see you, I see hope for tomorrow, Guardian.
Brian, gibberish.
It's pretty funny.
You guys must be close. You're hacking on each other.
Alright, so what? To orbit.
Wow,
get
who is
Raimundo in
that?
here.
Hyena, I am here for what you're wearing. That's bespoke. You didn't find that on the bottom of the closet floor. That is bespoke, and I'm here for it.
I'll send you an invite, Ray.
Alright.
You are set to close, by the way.
I shouldn't be. Game, why do you do this?
Destiny 2, the video game. Oh, no, it's because we were in a weird spot. Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Brian loves to bully us Scots. Hasn't there been animosity between all those countries for like the last 500 years? Ray Gun, thank you for coming in to hang out. It's good to see you. We're going back in, Guardians. We're going back in. Iron Banner. These aren't the enemies you're looking for. We're just fine-tuning our skill set. Brian says Zatu carries me in PvE. Zatu's brilliant. Brilliant. Searching. Frozen. Did it find something, or what happened there? What happened? Brian, he is really up on it. Get up on it. Learned it from Brogy and GZ. I feel like we need to be able to hear what y'all are saying to each other. Something's going on. I know something's going on. As Guardians, there's a song for every single situation. Everything. You know, if you speak it, somebody else put it to music. How can there be anything new? How can there be anything new? GZ says Zatu calls me dad. All right, now, Guardians, I need to ask y'all a favor while you're here. Many of you may know I battle the algorithms. I'm an old man who games. It hates me. It hates me. But give me a like, a subscribe on YouTube, and some thumbs up so that I can grow my channel. Someday, you know, maybe I can make it and, you know, get a chain with the YouTube button on it. Although I don't think it's ever going to happen, really, because I did my projections and I'm going to be like 110 before it happens. So, but I can dream. I can dream about you. The YouTube button. Thank you, GZ. Thank you, buddy. Sometimes I feel like, you know, I'll get like 5 in one day and I'll be like, oh my God, what's happening? And then you go for like 10 days and get nothing. And then the algorithms, they put you down to the no man's land. If I was, you know, like 14 and said, come tour my bedroom, that, you know, I could get 1 million followers. I could get 1 million followers. I think back to that really young YouTuber, you know, where the parents had to sign for the YouTuber to be able to create videos. And my gosh, she said, tour my bedroom with me, and had 195,000 followers the next day. It was astounding. I couldn't believe my eyes.
Did you say a woman said to tour her bedroom and she got 1 million followers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That doesn't really surprise me. Oh.
It was a 14-year-old, Nikki, and that doesn't really surprise me either.
That's creepy. Sorry.
She was cute. She was cute. And, you know, she was a YouTube millionaire within 6 months. I know why the parents signed it. They got to quit their jobs and manage her. But the best one, though, is the gamer that the parents dropped him off and said had fun, and he came back a millionaire.
To Keitel's flagship.
That's the kind of story I like to read about.
Warfare.
You know, earned it with skill and dedication to the game.
Opponent claims Zone C.
Jeff 4 time. This is the best map in the game.
Oh, wrong thing. Where'd he go?
You captured Zone
Storm
B.
Nade.
Zone advantage is yours.
Oh my god, that is a cheat code. Oh my.
Nikki, is that you throwing down the invisibility nades all over?
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
I forget who's, I saw like, somebody using it and it actually feels real nice.
Does it also give us resistance to damage or just invisibility?
I think it's invis and like additional like reload handling and I think some ability regen.
So basically, it's
sort of
one-stop shopping.
It's sort of like off of a perk that was in the game a while ago, and like in the Void kit that got taken away.
You're right.
Critical always talks about it, but you know, no longer in the game. It's sort of a different version, but this one is actually quite nice, especially. I'd love to actually try this in PvE for something.
Ah! He got me with a shotgun in the face. I'll need to see a plastic surgeon. Oh, Muir, thank you so much, buddy. Thank you.
Tell you what. Oh, Ray, have I told you the weapon the dumb weapon chase
You
of going
captured
for the
Zone
season?
C. Zone
what is it?
advantage is yours.
The boondoggle.
Oh my god. Are you going for the hip fire?
Hipfire offhand.
Oh my god.
It is a demonic
Zone
roll.
B lost.
Alright.
The no aiming down sights. That's just so
Yeah. This is gonna be my only Iron Banner match because Ace is calling me for Gambit.
Oh,
You're giving up Iron Banner for Gambit?
I already have the trace rifle I want. I was doing this because it was gonna be fun, to hang out and play, but I don't need it in here.
which one are you going for? Rewind. jolting,
Rewind
or-
destruction. Rewind destruction.
Yeah. Got a few of those. See how-
Rewind jolting would be nice, but like, I don't care.
Desperado on this pulse is just so good.
Zone B captured.
Zone B.
Advantage is yours.
B, the river.
Oh, you're so weak.
That's unfortunate timing. Surely they're all over here, right?
They're all on A. Watch out, Nikki. Watch
Zone
out.
C lost.
Big use of a roaming super, only getting one person.
Hey. That's one person dead, you know?
Zone
This
A
is true.
captured. Zone advantage is yours.
Oh my god.
Now you got Babe.
Zone B
Babe
lost.
stuck in my head now. No, I'm behind a
One way or another. They're gonna get me. One way or another. Ray Gun, how have you been?
I've been good. I
Zone
celebrated my
advantage
brother's
is yours.
birthday
Zone B
yesterday.
captured.
He turned 20.
Oh, congratulations to him.
Made a homemade cheesecake for it. Yeah.
go.
Cheesecake.
Five minutes left.
But
Sound tactics so
I'm-
far.
Just been hanging out, playing Warframe, getting ready to play Steel Hunters because it's doing another beta.
Now,
Zone B
Warframe, I
lost.
didn't know you were playing Warframe. Have we talked about that before?
We have very briefly.
And what's your
Yeah.
favorite character in Warframe?
I have several,
Zone
but
B
right
captured.
now it's
Zone
probably
advantage is yours.
oh god, the name. It's the guy that turns into a ball and Grendel. That's his name.
Okay, Grendel.
That would be the character you like.
Uh huh.
Not. I have no knowledge of the game, but that would be the character you play.
Oh yeah.
Woo! Omir, they got me, buddy. They got me. Shot through the heart.
Zone advantage is yours. Zone A
They're
lost.
so vain. They give gaming a bad name.
You cut their momentum. Keep pushing.
Howdy.
I feel like there used to be a point in this game where you could run around with a glaive and punch everybody in the face. Is that still possible?
Yeah. Especially if you put on Blink.
Zone advantage is yours. Zone B captured.
And do people put on blink and run around with a glaive?
Oh, these
I
poor
do.
guys.
I have
Glorious dog.
won trials matches running
Finish
3
this.
glaives on a hunter.
Zone C lost.
No,
Ray
don't fall.
Gun, I
Zone
feel
A
like we
captured.
need to
Zone
see
advantage
you.
is yours.
I feel like
3
we
minutes
need to
remaining.
see
Keep the
you
pressure in
live
and
stream your glaive strategy. Have you ever thought about live streaming?
thought.
Briefly, but that was back when I didn't have a good computer. Now I have a better one. I'm giving it more thought recently.
Is it the
than I
same?
have
Is the
done.
same one you
The
had
original
before?
Iron Lords may be gone.
No,
but I
it's
can
the
see
same
the
computer,
future
but I
is
haven't.
safe in your
This was like
hands.
4 or 5 years ago. When
Oh,
I started
gotcha,
live
gotcha.
gaming. Back when I was still on Xbox.
Mhm.
But
Now, do we need to go to orbit? Are you headed out, Ray
headed
Gun?
out.
Okay.
Mhm.
Shot through the heart, and you're so vain. I hope Millie Bobby Brown and Bon Jovi's kid have a long, fantastic relationship with gobs of babies. I want a gang of youngins. I need to see them in a school bus with about 12 children tagging along behind.
Peace out, guys.
Later, Ray.
Thank you, Ray Gun. Thank you, buddy. I feel that way about, several of the big mix-ups in Hollywood where people, I want them to have great children and be super talented. I always hoped Celine Dion's children would be able to sing. I don't know if they can or not, but we've heard nothing so far. Could be a hint. Could
No
be a
idea.
hint.
My wife would know all this stuff. I do not pay any attention whatsoever.
Oh, Brian, yes, get in here, buddy. Get in here. We've got 5. Brian, come on in. Come on in. But yeah, I wanted Celine's children to have incredible vocal talent. There's Adele. Where's your kid, Adele? I don't even know if she's got a little boy or a little girl. I just want it to sing. It don't matter. Just make it sing. We need future generations to be entertained with fantastic music. And really, Guardians, you hear me go on about Journey and Steve Perry, and we talk about all these big power bands from the 80s, the late 70s, the 80s, a few in the 90s, but where are they? Who's the equivalent of Fleetwood Mac, but today? Who's the equivalent of Fleetwood Mac today? I don't know. I really look at thinking Taylor Swift is probably the equivalent, if not greater achievements than Stevie Nicks with Fleetwood Mac. Stevie Nicks, brilliant songwriter. Taylor Swift, brilliant songwriter. And Taylor has certainly lifted everyone around her. The fires in California, she donated millions of dollars. Everybody on her crew, right down to the catering people, had life-changing amounts of money given. So hats off to you, Taylor. But that's not even the greatest things she did. One of the great things she did was stand up to Apple and say, hey, pay these people for their music. Not 3 months later, when they get a hit, pay them for that hit. She changed how the industry worked. So hats off to her for that. She stood up and she was heard. And I'm just wondering, though, because she's solo. I know she, co-ops with people, but who are the super bands? Am I so out of touch I don't know them? I watched the Grammys. I tried to look for other bands that I might be a fan of. Nikki, who are they? Who are the current crop of bands?
You're asking the wrong guy. I can tell you that. You probably know more new stuff than I do.
I feel like I want to know more new stuff, though. I feel like I'm so limited, and I don't know. I mean, I go to the music videos on YouTube. I listen to TikTok. I occasionally find some songs that I like. I mean, is it the Tipsy song? Where they pour me another, basically, beverage, 1, 2, 3, or something. I don't know. I liked it. Shabuzi. I think it was Shabuzi.
The Iron Banner.
But
Stay
I just
focused.
am wondering, where are all the bands? Where are the big bands? Where
We
is
need
that
some big
phenomenal
bands.
vocalization
Opponent
like we
claims
had
zone C.
from Steve Perry? Steve Perry, I'm beginning to think we're not going to have another one of you. I can't use that. I need to use the Battler. Give me the Battler.
opponent claimed Zone B.
Oh, Ed Sheeran, but Ed Sheeran is a solo. He just occasionally does a few things with people. I'm really thinking bands,
You
Brian.
captured Zone C.
Now,
Zone
Ed Sheeran,
advantage is
songwriter,
yours. Zone
he's
A
really up there in the same league where we find the Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift can just churn them out, right? She churns them out.
Nice help, Ransom. Another one coming. Nice help.
Woo! Dynamic duo.
Let's go.
So I don't know, GZ. I do not know. I want to know though. I want to find some good ones. You know, Havoc is. Oh, that hurt, sir. Redrick's S Talk. Is that like a TikTok but without all the goodness?
No, that's the comp weapon that you absolutely need to get.
I need to go in there. I need to go in there.
It is worth you. So you don't even have to really do much other than get the roll that drops like automatically for doing your comp matches.
Zone B
It is
captured.
a really,
You have
really
the
good roll.
advantage. Press on. Make your enemies pay.
Make my enemies pay.
Zone C lost.
Ooh, he got me from the other
Zone
side.
A captured.
Chaka Kwan.
Zone advantage is
Shaka Kwan.
yours.
Shaka Kwan. I feel for you. I think I love you. Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan.
What was the one you said last time? Brakazan.
I love to put Shaka Khan's I feel for you to Brakazan. Brakazan. Brakazan.
You're pulling ahead.
But this guy in here actually has that name for real.
Somebody like hiding in this corner over here.
Zone A lost.
They put Zone C out here. I guess we've got a little bit of protection from this
Zone
crate.
advantage is yours.
I want to know what's in these crates. I want every single
Zone B
crate to
lost.
be opened. Every planet, every destination, I need to know what's in the crate.
You captured Zone B.
Like another level of 7. What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
But really, I mean, haven't you thought about it, Nikki? Everywhere we go, there's a bunch of shipping containers, shipping crates. What's in all this stuff? They say that the people of the last city, we need to know where, you know, power sources are coming from. And, you know, I have to wonder, you know, do we have food, supplies, batteries, extras just lying around that we, you know, aren't
Zone
using,
C
utilizing?
Zone A captured. You
These are
have
the
We
questions,
very
Guardians.
well could.
These are the questions.
We need to know.
Yeah, we need to know. Bungie, we're going to need a conference call. You have my toll-free number. Give me a call.
Friend of the stream, too. Friend of the stream.
Yes, yes.
Zone B lost.
Believe it or not, Guardians, they have actually utilized 2 of my videos. I
Yeah.
know. I know. I need to do something to get another one in.
Well, weren't you saying you're going to do another recipe coming up?
Yes, I did buy the pickle juice to
5
make the
minutes.
Destiny fried
Zone
chicken.
tactics so far.
There you go.
Shaka Khan. And look, Shaka Khan got me. I swear I didn't mean nothing bad by it. Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan. Black Bear and Shaka Khan. What's going on?
Zone A lost. The howl of the wolf is not the end.
Oh
Be
no.
vigilant.
The Howl of the Wolf. It's the end. This is a tight game, Guardians. I just realized it. buckle up and get ready to do damage because this war just got real.
They're using a lot of supers right now, so just be careful.
Holy
Another
cow.
bomb comes out, and Fist of Havoc still going on. Very cool.
Flames have gone cold.
Things have gone cold.
Opponent claimed Zone A. You captured Zone C.
I'm so dizzy, my head is spinning like a whirlpool, it never ends.
Zone B captured. Zone advantage is
Chase
yours.
here, we can get a nice comeback here. We'll just have them spawn on me. Very good. Oh, nice. We're pretty backing in.
Nikki,
Zone
you
C
are an
lost.
orb
Captured
machine
Zone A.
because there's just
Zone
pellets
advantage is
of glory
yours.
everywhere.
That's got, honestly, that's got to be, I don't know who it was that just used super, but like they got a lot of kills off that, so.
Finish this.
I think hyena or creature. Get him,
Zone A
right up.
lost.
Whoa,
3 minutes
got
remaining.
one.
Keep the pressure and you have them. Zone C.
Game
captured.
over.
2 zones are yours.
Victory.
Huge.
That was tight for a moment, Guardians. For a moment.
The end has come.
You know, I saw
and
them
here you
closing
stand.
down.
A battle worthy of the Iron Lords.
How fast can you run backwards and shoot at the same time?
So I'm gonna do 2 more, and then I gotta hit the road, but let's knock 2 more of these out.
All right, let's do it, Nikki. Let's do it.
You think, are you getting on later?
I want to get on later. You know, I don't think I have anything, you know, on the schedule to do anywhere tonight. So I want to come back because I need to try to get some pinnacles too. And the 12-man, you know, I think we should be able to go through the 12-man again and get that thing out of the way.
Was that this week we did it, or last week?
Last week.
It was last week? Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, that's right, because it was like when I was kind of sick, and I think we did it on like Saturday.
Guardians is, I mean, I'm looking at this and there's another face in the wolf. Once you see the face, you can't unsee the face. Right there, Guardians, where my cursor's at, I don't think you can see my cursor on screen, but there's another face in the wolf. It's a message. It is a message. And look, it's on both of these. I mean, I see the nose, the mouth, the whole deal. Who is it? Creature and Brian are wearing it. They're wearing it. Yeah, it's there. It's in plain view. Once you see the face, you can't unsee the face.
It's like the arrow in FedEx. Once you get it pointed out, you only look at that arrow in the FedEx logo.
Yes. I'm going to have to pull that up if I have that one and just try to get a closer look at it. Jason, we're going to do 2 more and then I will also break for lunch. It'll be a good break time. I'm going to break for a lunch. I saw some deli meats in the refrigerator and a new kind of bread that I've not really had an opportunity to partake of. It was a pretzel, you know, it was a pretzel loaf. I tried some of it the other night, but then the burgers were spicy and it overloaded, I think, what would have been a really good experience with the pretzel bread. And
You're not a spicy food fan?
I do like spicy foods a lot, as long as they're not burn my tongue up spicy.
Okay.
I like flavorful spices. Spice. I like it to be really flavorful.
Okay.
So, and then I like a little bit of heat. I like the pepper flakes added. I had a really good soup last night. It was a beef and vegetable, just a good hearty soup with a large elbow macaroni and I liked it a lot. And it had some pepper flakes that gave it the right amount of heat, where you knew you'd had one, but it didn't have that lingering burn that's, uncomfortable.
Zone A captured.
I was with my grandparents who absolutely loved to garden, just big flower beds, big garden. And my grandmother said, Ransom, let's gather the peppers today. Would you like to help me? And I said, absolutely. Who doesn't want to gather peppers with their grandmother? And so I went into the garden with her. We had a bucket, not a basket. It wasn't one of those cute fairy tale scenes. We were really gathering peppers. And so we had a bucket, a metal bucket. And this was heavy duty gathering of the peppers. So I went in, gathered a ton of the peppers and a bushel. And my grandmother said, and I was very young, probably, like 5, 6 years old. This is an early memory. And my grandmother said, can you take these and give them a good wash, because we're going to want to process these, canning later on. We will can this afternoon or maybe tomorrow. And I said, okay. And so I took them and I caught this big, huge sink full of warm, not really hot, but very warm water. And I proceeded to wash every single pepper in this, very warm water. And about toward the end, toward the completion, my hands were on fire. They were on fire.
The worst is if you touch your face then after.
Holy cow, Nikki, I didn't know what was going on. Now remember, I was young. I was just, really able to get my hands into the sink. And I had washed every single pepper. And 30 minutes later, Guardians. It was like, sorry, Zatu. It was like I was on fire. My fingers were burning, my hands were burning, my palms, everything. And I thought, okay, I can get this off. This is obviously the peppers. I can get this off. I didn't want to tell my grandmother because I thought she would say, well, why in the world would you have washed peppers with your bare hands? You should have put a pair of, gloves on. But I never mentioned it to her. I just persevered, and I went back into the sink, scrubbed them with soap and hot water. It just got worse. That's all it did. It got worse. It opened the pores up. That hot water opened the pores up, and that pepper oil burned me up. And Nikki, for days, my hands burned.
Oh yeah. It gets you for a while. It's not like a one and done. It is you are getting that constantly.
And I scrubbed multiple times that day, with soap and water, thinking I can get this off. This will come off. It never came off. It had to wear off after like days of my hands burning.
Yeah.
Now it did, calm down to where they weren't just super uncomfortable, but a valuable lesson was learned. Use gloves when you're washing your peppers. Now, right now in the main kitchen, I have some of those little peppers that are smoking hot, and I want to slice them up and put them in the, to be dried. Brian, thank you, buddy. Thank you.
Carolina Reapers?
They're like an orangey gold color, and it said that they were extremely hot, is what the little saying in the front said when I purchased them. And I basically bought them just because I thought, oh, you know, I've got a little wooden dish that these will look great in, and I have them out in the kitchen. But I'm going to dry them in the dehumidifier.
Good move. I like that.
Terry says, hey, I'm back yet again. Sorry for dealing with this drama. In my clan, they threw me out. Oh, Terry, that's sad news. Gamers, we're equal behind the controller and the keyboard. I just think we're gamers down here. It's what we do. That's our one common thing that we share. I don't really want to know people's religious preferences or anything like that, because that's not really in the realm of gaming. You know, we're gamers, and that's where we need to be, gamers.
Exactly. I'm with you.
But peppers, Guardians, be careful if you're washing hot peppers. And you heard Nikki say, don't touch your face. Imagine if I'd had my hands in there and rubbed my eye really good. I would have probably been, going to the emergency room screaming in agony as a 5 or 6 year old kid. And then, of course, my mother and father would have looked at my grandmother like, how could you have let this little boy carry all these hot peppers and wash them?
I'm glad you even reminded me of that, because right before I got on, I made some Wagyu beef burgers, but I chopped up some jalapenos and serranos, like fresh ones, grilled them up, throw on top of the burgers. And I obviously wash my hands and everything like that, but I know, just simple cuts and just picking them up, I still have some of that residue on there. So when I'm done with this, after this game, I'm going to double wash, scrub it down.
Yeah. Now, what you'll need, Nikki, you have to open the pores up again, and try to get some of that pepper oil out of there. Terry, I hope it works out with you and your clan. I really do. But now, the key word here, Guardians, that we just heard Nikki say was the beef that he was using. And that kind of beef, you don't find that down at the local 5 and dime grocery store. You got to go shopping over at the high end. You got to go to the part of town where, people in the Bentleys and the Rollses shop, and you get the good beef.
I got a guy. I got a butcher in town that, I've known for a long time. So he lets me know. It's reasonably priced. That's the one thing growing up, something my dad always used to tell me is get a relationship with a good butcher. And that was the best advice I ever received as a child.
Yes. When I was young, even though I grew up in a town fewer than 500 people, Nikki, we had a butcher that had big walk-in freezers, and you could... they had the big slabs of meat just hanging there, and you could tell him what you want, and he went into the freezer and cut you exactly the piece you wanted. That, I don't really even have that where I'm at. I would probably... It's probably here somewhere, Guardians, and I just haven't found it.
Look it up. I mean, honestly, it's...
You captured
because I am a
opponent
big
claims
carnivore enjoyer, I guess, if you will.
Eat the meat.
So,
beef. It's what's for dinner. But that is, you do have to have a really good butcher who can make the difference in your meat selection.
It's a night and day difference, because I know where it comes from. Like, I used to buy cows years back, have them slaughtered, and then go to an auction, like a 4-H auction, and then...
they used to be called slaughterhouses, and now they're called protein facilities.
Are they actually?
Yes.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, once we gave up, a lot of the farm things, Nikki, because we had cattle and horses and, pigs, chickens, the whole thing. And not really for commercial use, but, just to have. And we would have them processed, it would be the term today. But back then, it was slaughtered, and the family would plan a get together, and everybody would get together, and we
Opponent
would go
claims Zone
to
B.
one of the special barns that had the facility where you could process the food. And now it's called, you would go to a protein
Opponent
facility,
claims Zone C.
and you would pick out your proteins. Now, there's still, where I grew up, there is a protein facility where you can go and actually go to the field, pick out everything, that you would want.
But not commercials, which is
Yeah, like that's their business. So you can go out and look and see which what you would want for them to work with.
Yeah.
I'm gonna avoid some of the terms because I'm sure that YouTube would send me a nasty gram. But proteins, yeah, I mean, we mainly humans need protein.
This is a perfect one to end on. Oh my
Good
god.
counter. Now hit them again.
I'm getting.
I avenged
I'm
Nikki.
getting slaughtered.
Advantage is yours.
I'm getting slaughtered. Speaking of slaughters.
Beef. It's what's for dinner.
It's what's for dinner.
But I love good beef.
Zone
Oh
B
my
captured.
gosh, I just
Zone
love
advantage.
it.
Yeah,
It's
nothing
yours.
beats a good, like steak. I could eat that every single day of the week.
Nikki, way back when, I really just loved to keep it. And I quit eating as much of it. As you get older, your doctor will inform you, get off the beef. Eat more vegetables, work in chicken, that kind of thing.
Zone A
So
captured.
just
Now
recently,
you
the
have
hamburgers I was speaking of, they weren't really hamburgers. They were made from pork.
Pork burgers are good.
Yeah. And they were Southwest style, so they had a nice blend of seasonings in them. And I like pork. I like chicken. I'm not a huge fan of lamb.
Another
Lamb's
hunt will
tough.
come soon.
I like lamb if it's done right. It's some of the best thing you could possibly eat meat-wise. But I mean, it's got to be done
Zone A captured.
perfect.
Opponent
It's
claims
a tough
Zone C.
meat to. It's not hard to cook. It's hard to cook right.
Yes.
Probably the better way to put it.
And then recently, I thought, I'm going to depart from turkey. I don't want another turkey for Thanksgiving. I cannot look at another turkey for Thanksgiving because
Yes.
if you've
Opponent
lived
claims
a long
Zone D.
time, it's like, Oh, he got me. ESC. Eldorado Sports Coupe. ESC. But, I just said I can't do another turkey. So I thought I'm going to, have a duck. I'm going to do the duck thing this year for Thanksgiving. I'm not a
Duck is
huge
good.
duck fan. I don't
Really?
know. I don't know,
Zone
Nikki. I
C
feel like
captured.
maybe
You have the
it was
advantage. Press
overcooked a
on.
little bit and it was on the drier side.
Zone A lost.
Did you have like a full duck, or like were you just doing
The
like,
full
duck breast?
duck, the full
5
thing.
minutes remain.
So that one's a little tougher, only because I mean the way you want to do duck, at least duck breast, you want to have that medium rare, which you can, which is obviously a little different than most poultry, but
Yeah. So, I don't know. I wasn't extremely happy. It looked beautiful. My gosh, the Thanksgiving table, looked like something out of a magazine. I was thrilled with that. And if it had that duck been what I was thinking it was going to be, I could have been so happy. But I've just come to, give up the goose and realize that I'm a ham person. I like them smoked. I like them sugar cured. I like them salt cured. I just really like a good bone-in ham. I like a bone-in ham.
Zone advantage is yours. Zone B captured.
Wow, he took a lot of bullets, Guardians, and he's still running. Oh, Bojangles seasoning. Havoc, you
Zone
want
C
what?
lost.
A duck with Bojangles seasoning on it?
No, he was talking about fries or whatever.
Oh, no, I do like the bow fries. I do. Hyena's rocking it. I like the
Although a
bow
duck with that
tots.
seasoning might be
I'm a
good.
fan of bow tots. I don't know. This year, I normally have the ham shipped in from a company called Cades Cove Hams,
3 minutes
and
left.
I just really love how they cure their meat.
Zone A captured.
An art.
Two
I mean, like
zones
that
are
stuff.
yours.
I mean, those little things go such a long way.
I shouldn't have gone for that.
They've almost taken this
One of the benefits of working
Make
at
them
home
react.
is, you know, I've learned how to be an effective cook.
Yes. And it's an art, Nikki. It's an art. Now, you know, a lot recipes when you're dealing with like soups and some of those things, you can fine tune it to what your taste is.
Zone B
But when you're
lost.
dealing with like breads and pastries,
Yeah, baking.
it's a science. You know, if
Yeah,
you're
it's my
baking,
wife is good at it.
if you are baking, you get ready for the science, because you change a few things and all of a sudden everything's ruined.
Yep. Well, that's
But you'll be
that's
back.
usually me.
But if you swap a green bean out for a pea in your soup, it's no big deal.
Rest
it's no big
for now.
deal.
Think.
That's
Alright.
like those
Learn
pork
from this.
burgers. You know, I could have definitely not used the banana pepper, and it would have still been an excellent burger. Nikki, are you headed out?
Yeah, I gotta head out. This was fun, but I mean, if you're gonna get back on tonight, I'll be around. We're kind of snowed in today anyway, and it's too cold, so we'll be around.
Nikki, I want to let you know it's always a delight to hang out with you. I appreciate you supporting the channel. Thank you for sharing your stories. It's always really good to have you here.
Hey, always good to be here.
Thank you.
All right, I'll
Guardians.
see you, everybody.
All right, if I'm here, holler at me. I hope to get
Will
back
do.
on. Guardians, let's go to the tower. I feel like it's a good time to go to lunch. Jason is headed out. Rula says, my wife is from Barbados, so she cooks like a goddess. Rula, we'll have to talk about it the next time you're hanging out with me. I don't even know what some of the meals are in Barbados. Like, does she have a lot of special dishes? I need to know more. What are the spices that they enjoy using in Barbados? Because, Guardians, different parts of the world, you know, you're going to definitely see utilization of different spices. I feel like India has such a big bonus because they have so many spices in India that they use. And recently, I was at a grocer picking out some spices that I wanted for use in upcoming meals. And I did end up buying something that normally I stay away from, curry. I ended up buying some curry. And I'm just thinking, I am going to revisit curry, because the last time I was traveling and I had a curry dish, I don't know, I wasn't in love with it. But I feel like there's got to be something out there. Billions of people can't be wrong. They can't be wrong. So I just feel like I missed what I need to be looking for with the proper curry recipe. Jason, it's great to see you. Thank you. Man, I've got a lot. Those are 2020s? Okay, that one's a 2010, but that's a 2020. Okay, just hang on. I'm not going nowhere. Give me my 2020. I'm going to go over here and see Master Raul. Raul, how are you? The best cryptarchs are known only for their work, never by name. Thank you, Raul. Okay, now I can open this. Tess Everest is glowing at me. She's in charge of the Eververse store. Is she skimming off the top? No, because she's wearing the same outfit she had on 500 years ago. Tess, take a break, go home, have a shower, get a better color shader. All right, Katie, how are you, girl? Here's the real star, Katie.
Check. Anything
So
for
I
you?
got a 2020 there. Can I use this to bring something else up? I need to start popping some of this stuff. Headstone and Rhyme Stealer. I'm not going to hate on that. I feel like I might need to keep that one. This one's Perpetual Motion and Headstone. Okay, let's compare the two. Perpetual Motion. This weapon gains bonus stability, handling, and reload speed while the wielder is in motion. Run and shoot. Run and shoot. Now this is Peace Bond with Headstone and Rhyme Stealer. Headstone, which you may know it. I know it. I love it. Precision final blows spawn a stasis crystal at the victim's location. Rhyme Stealer, destroying a stasis crystal or defeating a frozen target with this weapon grants you frost armor. You know, I used this type of setup just recently, and I was a fan. I'm thinking that I can love this weapon. That's what I'm thinking. I think I can love it, and I think I might love it more than the one I've got on. I'm going to vault it, right? I'm going to vault it. Katie, hang on. Don't be rushing me. I'm going to vault this because I am going to work on that. Now these, Repulsor Brace, Dragonfly, Desperate Measures. I'm a Dragonfly fan. You know, anything that causes an explosion, I need more of it. I need more of it. Desperate Measures, Weapon Final Blows grant bonus damage. Melee and Grenade Final Blows grant a larger damage bonus that can stack. That could be something. Because Dragonfly, and, you know, I don't know. Let's hang on to it. I will hang on to it for a moment and find out if I'm going to like it. So now, let's grab the 2020. That's the one thing I really want out of here. Slice and chain reaction. We know that slice can work in your favor. I have kept an auto rifle that's really, I think, going to be a good one. Let's look at it. It's slice and tear. Slice and tear. I feel like I really am going to like that. But now the question is, what do I take up to 2020? Should I just use the multi-Mac for a moment? That's what I'm thinking I should do. All right, Guardians. I know I've played all day, but I still have a lot of work to do. There is work to be done. I need pinnacles. I need just extra gear. I need bigger numbers, and I need them now. I'm going to have to schedule emergency pinnacle gathering because tomorrow, I don't want you to miss this. Mark your camera, mark your calendar, and yeah, bring your camera, take pictures. I'm going into the dungeon with Crimson and Drowsy or Dwayne on Fire. You know, maybe two of them will be there. Crimson for sure. And I want you guys to come and hang out with me. But I'm hoping to get back in this evening. I started the day early. I was on before noon. I was here before noon. And I want to come back and just work on this number. You can see I'm 202,000 away from being a 2031. It's within my reach. And I need to be there before tomorrow. I am Ransom Rider. This is my favorite game, Destiny 2. Everyone who played with me today, thank you. Sky and Lioness, who started out the day with me in the dungeon. Sunder Doctrine, thank you for being exceptional in every way. Nikki, thank you. Jason, Ruler, Creature Mask, everybody up in chat, thank you. And remember, the journey is about friendship. And that's what means the most to me, is getting to meet friends and hang out with you guys. I will see you all very soon in the gaming world of Destiny 2. Bye. Bye. Thank you, guys. Thank you.